has given 20 million ringgit allocation. And this is just the beginning. I hope the following years, the budget will be double and more, inshallah. As you know, for M6 this year, Malaysia is the host. But we would like also to offer other organizers to choose Malaysia as the host. Inshallah, Malaysia will be the best host for any esports. Thank you, and thank you very much. The organizers, it deserves to be given standing ovation by all the audience here. With standing ovation for the organizers today. Thank you very much. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Dato Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, the celebration has just begun. But fret not, we have a lot in the bag for you guys today. Now, as we all know, Mobile Legends Bang Bang has united millions, if not billions, of players all across the world with its epic esports legacy. But today, we take a monumental step forward, redefining the Mlbb esports scene as we all know it. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody in Axiata Arena and those of the millions of you guys watching online are wondering what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let us take a look at this video we have prepared for everybody.
Oh, there is a new server in China. Damn.
There you have it.
No
There
Indian
you have
news.
it with
Fuck,
China's
man.
grand entry into the Mobile Legends Bang Bang Global Arena. A new chapter is going to begin. Now, to celebrate, Moonton will be facing off elite teams from M6 to China's rising stars in an exhibition match which cannot be missed. But Axiata Arena, are we ready? I said, are we ready?
Yes.
I can't hear you. I said,
Oh,
Are we
we're ready. Yes.
are we ready for another announcement?
Ah, man, we are ready for the match.
I promise you the announcement will be very, very, very good. I would like to invite onto the staging area the one, the only Mr. Tamer Al-Shwabi, Chief of Staff at the Esports World Cup Foundation. A big round of applause, please.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
With you all here today, I want to shed a little of our previous experience with EWC 2024 in its first edition and explain where are we going in 25. So, in order for us to ensure that EWC is a global hub that combine all the esport efforts and combine the fans, the players, and the rest of the ecosystem, we focus into 4 main pillars, which are having the best games, having the best clubs, and having the largest prize pool, and having the largest esport festival. I also want to shed light a little bit more into the Esports Festival, which is our aim to ensure that for all of you as fans, that we would love to have you there, that you enjoy a full journey, a full experience. It's not a matter of only attending that exquisite tournament, but
what's
also
up, man?
spending that full day, whether it
What
is
you supporting,
a side
man? Whom you
activation,
supporting, man?
whether it is a side game, whether it is attending concert, and etc., which make your
Etc.
day or week
What
or
are you
month
doing, my
joy,
friend?
as well as shedding light
How many
into
days are
our
left
achievements
in
24, which was
season ending, brother?
basically, as any organization, we
check,
have some
brother.
KPIs. However,
252
we were stunned
million
by the achievement that we
World
reached.
Esports
For
World
example,
Cup in
the
numbers.
man-hour watched, which is exceeded 500 million, the number of players, which is exceeding 1,500 player, and the prize pool, which exceeded 60 million.
6.3 million peak
which-
viewers?
Of course.
Man, fuck that shit, bro. That's cap, bro.
Well, sometimes that make me question if I chose the right career path, honestly. But I have slow hands, so I cannot play. Anyways,
Oh, final
enough
will be
speaking about
mind-blowing.
me. I'll
Faith
speak
bro, all
about
good,
what's important
yeah.
now, which is Mlbb.
Sorry for
we
the
were
yesterday,
very
bro.
happy and very humbled
I
that
mean,
you guys let us into
no excuse.
your ecosystem.
It's just
by
my
having
Wi-Fi,
Mlbb
man.
part
That
of
dog shit
EWC
Wi-Fi.
in its first edition in 2024, which is in both MSC
But now it's
and
good.
MWI.
I
And
called
we saw
technicians.
that the collaboration that was a great success, not only for the World Cup, but also Mlbb. And with the joint efforts, we would like to today announce again
Quadia.
that
I think this guy is from
Mlbb
Quadia.
for the second day in the row, it's going to be part of EWC 2025.
EWC. Esports World Cup. Woohoo! Let's go! Hey, man, we chose the right game, yo!
Again, thank you so much for
If
your
I'm gonna
time.
be
I look
seeking
forward
on
to
to some
honestly
crazy place.
welcome you
TLID.
all in
I'm supporting
Riyadh
TLID,
in summer
man.
2025 to attend the great of World Cup 2025.
I want,
And
this
now
time
I'll
I
leave
want
you with a short video.
uh,
Thank you so much for your time.
Indo team to win. Omega. Man, we haven't seen Omega like in a while, man. Fnatic AP. AP Bren. Mobile Legends, bang bang. It's the fucking triangles from the World Cup, right? Esports World Cup. Riyadh, summer 2025. Let's go.
EWC is something that we are looking forward to. But
After EWC, I think, you know,
this is the time.
the esports
Are
thing
you guys
has
ready for
has
something
been
special?
took a drafting change.
I'm here, so I will
Improvement.
give something special. With
What happened to her eyes? Oh,
announcement. Epic
it's like too much
announcement
makeup
down.
there.
Now I prepare something. Another announcement.
Ah!
But this announcement will be something different because this will change my life, your life, and our life. Do you know what it is? Oh, I heard something. I heard something. Some people. This will change Mlbb world.
Bro,
Are you
this guy,
serious?
man. This fucking girl,
Uh-huh.
man.
Let me hear you guys.
They're fucking annoying, man.
So, prepare yourself and let's
She's
check
like,
out together.
prepare
This
yourself.
is the future of Mlbb.
Man, she killed the vibe, man. She didn't hype.
Mobile Legends.
She killed the vibe.
8
Welcome,
years ago,
Mobile Legend.
a spark ignited.
Savage, triple kill, maniac, first blood.
Together, we've journeyed through countless intense battles and epic
Yo,
moments.
can we get it on a full screen, brother?
Together, we've
Whoa,
journeyed
whoa,
through
whoa,
epic
whoa.
battles and intense competition. As we evolve,
Whoa.
we are now at the edge of greatness. We will not stop as we march beyond onto a brighter future. With you, with the community, the Mobile Legends
Championship.
Bang Bang universe, our Mobile Legends Bang Bang universe. Together, we will keep the
I think
fire
the
burning.
championship.
And now, we rise again for another new beginning.
I think they're. What?
The finest steel has to go through the hottest fire.
I think the championship announcement. I think like they're
The future of mobile
changing
legends
MPL
with Magic Chess
MCL
Go-Go.
to something.
The battle
Ah,
for
fuck.
global dominance
Chess.
begins with MCGG World Championship
MCGG.
next year.
People will grind that too, huh? MCGG.
Now that is what I'm talking about. Some fresh new looks. It's got me excited. What about you?
And we're not just talking about fresher looks, not just a new logo, however, we are launching the Magic Chess Go-Go World Championship. A new game, yes, it is the future. A new game and a new platform for new players and new legacies to be born.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. But you know what? I think we've got one final thing to say. We got one final announcement to make, but it is a special one. Let's just say you might need to set your GPS. Shall we put it that way?
Yes.
Okay.
What
I
do you
think we're
think,
ready
Lara?
for this.
You ready?
I'm ready and excited.
You sure?
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a very special guest to announce a very special something. So, guys, drum roll. Without further ado, Axiata Arena, give it up for the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports of Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Adam Adli Abdul Halim.
I would like to point out that YB Adam, who has a fantastic
Malaysia
name,
is
by
like
the
a
way,
Muslim
best
country.
name I've ever heard.
I think.
Is a big fan of Mlbb and a big
There are a
fan
lot of
esports as
Muslim
well,
countries.
correct?
Yes, YB Adam literally supports the ecosystem. He's always there in IOI Convention Center every time Vamos and SRG plays. He even wears their jersey.
I need to know. Right. Are you a tank as well?
No.
No, you're not. What are you?
Come again?
What kind of character are you? What do you like to use? Jungler.
I always go for the assassin fighter.
Oh.
So
Scary.
Are you allowed to share? No, we don't want to give your username out. No. In case you face off in a game or something. It's okay. All right.
But YB, is really my honor to have you here. It's our honor. But I would like to hear something from you with this M6 World Championship in here in these 2 days.
I think there's only one word that can describe M6. It's been an honor. I think it's been an honor for Malaysia to be the host for this prestigious Mobile Legends Championship. And definitely it will be something that we will remember forever and truly greater than ever. Historical.
Greater than ever.
Greater than ever indeed. Malaysia is an amazing host country. However, YB Adam, I want to ask, do you know where
I'm just
we
gonna
will
check
be
my
heading off
internet.
next
Is
year?
it's good or not?
I'm interested to know.
Because Malaysia has been really great. Thank you so much for being a great host. But I'm really curious, next,
We have a knight here, and he's carrying
wow.
what I believe is a drone in his hands.
Are we gonna
Okay.
fly off? So, will there be other regions involved?
maybe. Oh, it's the only final. Yes, that's correct. It's only final Indonesia.
So multi-country M7. We don't know anything other than that. Where the final is going to be is Indonesia. But you know what? That's M7. That's looking ahead. I'm focusing on 2024 here, mid-December. To close up the year, we want to know who's going to be the M6 champion. So, Axiata Arena, one more time. Are you ready for this? I know it's been a long wait. That is not good enough. Axiata Arena, are you ready for this? Everyone watching around the world, the millions upon millions of fans, I hope you're ready as well, because we're going to find out who are going to be the champions.
Yes, you are right. So with that, let us show it over to Poji at the M6 Carnival.
Hello guys, it's Poji here. I'm at the carnival, it's at the M6 Carnival, and when you look at that crowd, everything's so crazy, everything's so happening. And now, up on stage, KLP4G, they just performed, and the song is quite going on. But now, they are about to announce something. I can't wait. Channel, perasaan dekat atas, is it best tak? Best. Okay, look at that. It's happening.
Bye, bro. Bye. Bye. This fucking
Alright.
bitch.
Okay. There's got some announcement over here. They're still waiting for the announcement, but it's alright. But then again, it is grand final of MC. More. I need more energy.
Yes, more like it. Okay, we ready to record? Are you guys ready?
Ready? Yes, we're ready to record.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Say M6 3 times or M6.
Alright, bang. Kat sini bang, jap. Apa khabar MC? Cakap.
Khabar MC.
Woo!
In 3,
2, 1. Will you hear this? M6! Greater than ever! It's so happening here. I can't wait to enjoy the grand final game. And that's all from me over here. Let's go back to the host.
Let me check again. It still says YouTube is not. Oh, okay, it's excellent. अब मैंने कुछ करना पड़ेगा भाई. आज या कल मैं देखता हूँ मैं क्यों मेरा BSNL ऐसे कर रहा है. मैं चाहता हूँ BSNL पे खेलूँ क्योंकि मेरा पिंग अच्छा आता है BSNL पे. एक सेकंड, अच्छा ही आता है ना. देखना देना मेरे को.
congratulations to Kelra and to Coach Why Not. We will see you guys on the grand finals.
अच्छा आता है मेरा BSNL वाला पिंग. खाली पड़ा है वेन्यू. अभी लोग आ रहे हैं. सुबह का है ये. वो दुड खर्चा तो किया बेंच. अबे ऊपर गए पटाखे दो. अब इसके बीच में से ले ले, अंदर से. ये कौन है? अच्छा माकिया, मेरा स्ट्रीम क्या लैग कर रहा था क्या? बंद हो रहा था क्या बार बार? अभी थोड़ी देर पहले. नहीं अभी टाइम लगेगा. मैच तो जल्दी ख़त्म हो जाएंगे. एक्सटेंड करना है कुछ भी करके. भाई तो कुछ अच्छा ही दिखा दे. ओपनिंग सेरेमनी. चलो ओपनिंग सेरेमनी देख लेंगे भाई. वो कौन है? हांजो. हाया आए हैं बहुत सारे. या मेरे को करना पड़ेगा कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. अभी स्ट्रीम हेल्थ सही है. जब मैं BSNL से करता हूँ तब ठीक नहीं थी. OBS डाउनलोड करके देखूंगा. OBS से ट्राई करूंगा.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
TLID. ये अपने बजरंग दल वाले कैसे पहुंच गए वहां? अभी तो बफर नहीं हो रहा. अभी तो सही है मेरा. जब मैं BSNL से कर रहा था तब हो रहा था. अरे वो अकेले किए जा रहा है. Oh, we see some crazy plays. Yeah. Bro, TS was... RRQ lost. I didn't even saw the RRQ match, man. What the fuck?
Sebalik bayang barat tersisa terangi malam, sakit ku rasa parut luka, bisikan kutu bangkit melawan dunia, ku baru bermula in the darkest of nights.
TRD is from which season? Indo. Indo it says Philippines. Their voice is not matching properly.
In the storm, I am reborn. I am reborn. You won't get me down. I'll get back on track with that physical attack. I'll always come back around. I'll never back down. No, I'll never back down. I fall to behold and it waits to unfold. Come back around. Laju, tanpa sesal. Baru satu semangat kental. Ku takkan jatuh. Takkan ku jatuh. You won't let me down. You won't get me down. I'll get back on track with that physical attack. I'll never come back around. I'll never back down. No, I'll never back down. I'm lost to behold and it waits to unfold. I'll always come back around. You won't get me down. I'll get back on track with that physical attack. I'll always come back around. I'll never back down. No, I'll never back down. I'm lost to behold and it waits to unfold. I'll always come back around. Thank you, everyone, Aziata. Are you ready? It's time to welcome your grand finalists of the M6 World Championship. Fnatic Onyx of Philippines and Liquid Indonesia.
Hey! The King Kong, man. Hey,
Perceived
King
as the
Kong.
team to beat, the tournament favorite, the final boss. On the surface, they are. Yet, if you look closely, you'll see that they are a super family. A bunch of members united by a single dream of taking home the World Championship trophy. Ang Lakas ng Pinas, Fnatic Onyx Philippines. In their first foray as a team, these young stallions are already living the dream. They
KLID.
charge onto the World Championship stage as their region's champion, and now The cavalry marches proudly to repeat history.
No, look at the last two guys, which are holding the bigger one. The flag is like making that parachute effect, so they can't even walk properly. Like they're like pushing it.
A classic rivalry spearheading the dawn of a new legacy. Fnatic Onyx Philippines, Team Liquid Indonesia seize the moment and become greater
They spent a lot,
than ever.
Bro, people are towards Onyx a lot.
Axiata Arena. This
W, man,
is
W.
an opening.
W.
A lot to unpack here, folks. From the announcements, M7, just the finals in Indonesia. Where else?
Bro,
Like,
I'm gonna pee,
don't
man.
know,
I'm gonna
too
pee, man.
many to
I'll be back,
dissect.
guys.
But look, Leo, you saw teams coming in.
It's truly greater than ever. Can I just say that?
Now that's a sheesh. Thank you, W crowd, W crowd.
Masi.
Now we gotta talk about this. The final boss, Fnatic, Onyx, Philippines, walking in. This is their first time competing on the stage. TLID, they have one game on the Axiata stage. But now, Drex, Fnatic Onyx, this is gonna be their first time. Do you feel like they're gonna have shivers? Do you feel like they're gonna be nervous?
I think they're going to be ready. I mean, I think any little bit of nervousness that comes with playing esports internationally at this level, that might be there, but I think they're going to be ready. I think the moment that first blood comes in from either team and the crowd gets roaring, both of these teams are going to be in the zone.
You know what? While we're here, fans of Axiata Arena, I just want to make sure that you guys are rooting for both teams. I don't care if you're for Onyx. I don't care if you're for TLID. I just want to hear you roar. Axiata Arena, make some noise! This is the Malaysian hospitality. We care about good games, and all I care about, Wheezy, is for this team to showcase the best of the best.
Talk about setting the bar in the Axiata Arena. Full circle where it started, the band, the new logo, the Stallions going up against the Super Family. What more could you ask for?
The minions got me going.
Oh, yeah.
Now, breakdance and minions, that's the first time I've ever seen
The
that.
fires?
Those fires
The
spinning?
fires?
And then you said, what if we had fireworks inside? They gave you fireworks inside.
Folks, 10 minutes in, we're about to jump into the draft. So we don't have much time to talk about this. So right now, Leo, I want to ask you, what do you think are the strengths for Fnatic Onyx Philippines coming into this matchup?
Fnatic Onyx Philippines are a team that have perfected their meta. I spent a good amount of time with them the night before we played our first games here in Axiata, and they believe that M6, the story of M6, is the meta, yes, evolving every day, and each team bringing their own flavor to that meta game. If you're able to find out your sweet spot where you flourish and where you can win toe-to-toe against your opponents in that space, you win. And that's the secret behind Fnatic Onyx flawless run here in M6.
You know what? That's an interesting take. I want to hear about TLID, but before that, we got to look at both teams. We got to see their journey all throughout M6 till now. They make it to the grand finals. So let's see the journey of TLID and FNOP.
Before they ultimately end the game, Aaron Shiki will fall. FNOP have wiped Team Liquid ID out. The Thunder Gods ascend, a peak they last reached.
The Indonesian rookies find themselves against an unstoppable opponent. They charge through the Swiss stage to the knockouts, proving their strength. They've taken down dragons. They've taken down giants. Now they are one rematch away from bringing the M series back to Indonesia. But standing in their way for the third time is the Super Family, running hot off a smooth run in M6. They dominated through the Swiss stage with a 3-0 streak, and they remain undefeated even through the knockout stage. They are on a mission to carry on the strength of the Philippines as their last representatives. It is a revenge match of the Cavalry against the Sonics. Do the rookies have what it takes to finally defeat the unstoppable? Or will Fnatic Onyx PH live up to their name as the super family that became a super team?
Sa mga doubters ko dyan, pagpatuloy niyo lang yan. Mag-doubt lang kayo sa akin. Isa kayo sa ginagawa kong inspirasyon para mas lumakas. 3 taon na ako nandito sa MPL. Ang dami ko na rin paghihirap na naranasan. Kaya andito ako ngayon sa M6 para maging isang greater than ever.
Walaupun gue di sini masih rookie dan gue tahu gue banyak yang harus dipelajari, tapi gue akan janji gue akan menjadi greater than ever.
Only one can be greater than ever. The grand final stage is set, and this is going to be a revenge match for TLID. Before we jump even further, Trax, we heard from Leo the strength of Fnatic Onyx Philippines, the strength of the super family. Now I gotta have your take. What is the strength of TLID?
TLID has something that I like to call the steady charge, man. You know, they have their moments where they're too aggressive sometimes. They have their moments where they're not aggressive enough. But right now, TLID, when they don't go too far out of their range, when they're able to just draft normally and wait for that mess up by Onyx Philippines where they pull out the EXP Yuzong, where they pull out something a little extraordinary, that's when the steady charge of TLID can take that game. They just need to keep it clean, don't get too crazy, don't try to invade in the first 2 minutes, and that's how they'll win games here.
And now the final hurdle to victory. This one's coming from Kelra in the goal lane for Fnatic Onyx. He says
our mindset heading into the grand finals is to stay focused and strengthen our mental fortitude. We're reminding ourselves that winning will not only bring us the championship, but also the monetary rewards we've been dreaming of. Ultimately, it all comes down to working together as a team to achieve the victory we're aiming for in the grand finals.
You know what? The prize, the cash money. Now that's huge. This is a $1 million tournament. And now we're looking into the storylines as well. The revenge match here. So far, TLID, they have not been able to take down Fnatic Onyx Philippines. And with that, looking at paper, Fnatic Onyx does look like the favorites. Leo, you've seen TLID grow throughout this M6. Do you feel like it's enough to actually bring a challenge against Fnatic Onyx Philippines?
Truth be told, it's very impressive how Fnatic Onyx Philippines is having a smooth run. Even more impressive is how Team Liquid ID are flowing with the meta that's been growing every single day. One of their main strengths is their adaptability. The fact that yesterday they swept Selangor Red Giants, that's impressive. More than impressive, it was shocking. The whole Axiata Arena went silent. But I'll tell you now, if you bring that level of growth against a super family, I'm still a little iffy. I think the third time might not be the charm here.
Here's the thing, Leo. While we're still on us, I want to keep on you because I want to hear the story. In that video we heard, Kelra said, I'm in the MPL for 3 years. I've been through hardships, going up against rookies that they just started. You've been in MPL for the longest times. What has Kelra faced so far?
I've seen this young man in his debut season. He went into the grand finals, almost took down the eventual champions in Blacklist International. He's moved teams. This young man has flown here to Malaysia 2 years ago, this close to actually becoming a 2-time MSC champion. He has started his own family. Now part of the super family, he is at the cusp of being an MPL champion MVP, an MSC champion MVP, and after this, if they win, he could become an M Series MVP.
And now we're looking at M-Chat here from Ben Things. Ben Things, is there any message to King Kong? And he said, all I can say to King Kong is Finally, you found the perfect team that can handle your intensity. You're also one of the most intelligent players who almost always knows the opponent's next move. Good luck in your match, Sigma King.
Sigma King Kong. I mean, this guy feels like a prodigy right now. He has definitely just taken us all by storm. I feel like just last year it was all Carl Teasy, Kyle Teasy, Kyrie, but right now King Kong is the name on everybody's lips. This guy is a monster.
King Cyric Perez is not the next Kyrie, not even the next Kyle, not even the next Carl. He is King Kong.
No, I'm with you on that one. For you guys at home, you guys can scan the QR code to grab your goodies. Now, listening to our analyst here, Wheezy, I gotta ask you, what is your stance on this matchup? Do you feel like it will go all the way? Do you feel like there's a big chance that it could go 4-0? And if so, who's the favorites for this one?
Well, I think for the favorites, it's no secret. And we've already seen it from the wild cards or to the Swiss stage and then to the knockout phase, right? They fought twice. And it was the same recipe. Fnatic Onic able to take down TLID. So I'd say favorites definitely going to go to their side of the court. But we've seen the rise of TLID yesterday. We've seen their performance, and they're starting to scale, right? They have to stay alive, especially with the backlines. You have the Ghost of Jakarta, and also you have the Untouchable as well. Both of their backliners able to keep themselves alive through the engagements. We know Fnatic Onic is aggressive, right? They like to take the fight early. They just have to be able to sustain themselves. If they can do that, and fight their way through the early game, then I think we can go all the way.
And now we're looking at a player head-to-head here, the Sigma Junglers, because I believe both are that. King Kong going up against Favian so far. You know the impressive thing here, Leo?
Yeah.
King Kong played less games than Favian, and yet he has more stats.
Exactly. The Sigma Junglers, the Usurper and the Beast. Obviously, King Kong has better numbers. Favian working on it. Last night he was on a tear, but here's a secret. The fact that these two are performing out of their minds, given the way the meta has evolved, junglers have actually taken a backseat. It's actually all about the gold laner. So the fact that they're staying on point this way means they're still at the forefront, pushing their teams forward.
Okay, what about you, Trice? What do you feel?
I mean, and I love that you said that right now junglers are taking a backseat, but when you look at these two junglers, they're ones that have not taken a backseat. These are two junglers, Favian as well, who will completely take control of a game. It is not just in the hands of the gold laners anymore when we're looking at these two teams. Depending on how King Kong and Favian perform is going to determine a lot of how these games go.
Right now, Weezy, I got to ask you, because people will say TLID coming in here with a bit of a handicap because they played yesterday. So Fnatic Onic Philippines have seen what they have shown. And before I even continue the question, Axiata Arena, we're jumping into the first drafting phase of the Grand Finals of M6. And then the question I present to you, Easy, do you feel like TLID has shown too much? Do you feel like they've shown the stride that they shouldn't have shown against Fnatic Onic Philippines?
I don't think so. I believe the meta, even though it's been adapting, there's a lot of things that both teams, rules that they have to follow, right? I mean, we see that Joy sneak up in there. We know how effective it could be. I think it's going to definitely be a battle of who can win in the draft. Who can find the backline pickups, who can get the Hilda, who can find the heroes that create that separation. But I don't feel like they've shown too much. I feel like we're still going to see similar picks today. It's just going to really boil down to who has the better micro engagement.
You know, we're looking at these bans now, and already we see a little bit of change in what we usually see. The Alpha ban from Fnatic Onic Philippines, and it's been a pick that they're one of the few teams to really actually rely on that Alpha still. They'll use it against the Suyo, they'll use it against other junglers, and King Kong is so comfortable on it, but seeing them ban this out, and then in response, the Joy ban, the last two powerhouses on the field right now are the Suyo or the Fred at this point. Still Hayabusa, but plenty of options here.
It looks like the Super Family setting up for a Jushin or a Cho. Strong mid, strong rotations.
I gotta say, a lot is open here, because if we're looking at the bans here, FNOF, they're banning a lot, but they're leaving a lot open. I'm talking about Bruno. I'm talking about the Granger. Dude, there's so much, but I kind of feel like this is good for TLID, because no matter what, they'll get two.
I feel like the Suyo's more prio right now than the Bruno or Granger. I think it's a good upfront pick. We've seen the Granger at least with the ability to counter the Bruno. We've seen the Bruno win out in late game, so just lots of options.
Yep, if you get Suyo here, you complicate what Fabian is able to play in the jungle, and you're bound to get either the Bruno or the Granger. So that's a good trade.
Yeah, so now, TLID, they don't have to pick up their jungler just yet. But really the question is, what's on the table? I'm looking at the Hayabusa as a hot pick since yesterday because the Alpha and the Joy, even the Fanny, they're out.
I'm almost in a boat where maybe you don't rush marksman. Since Granger and Bruno are both open, maybe you go for the Cho here. Maybe you go for something else around the map here.
Maybe you go Bruno Cho. I'd still want to give a marksman to the untouchable one.
Yeah, I mean, Bruno, the thing is I just worry because if you pick the Bruno, does the Granger immediately come out and outpoke you for early game?
Or maybe you go for the solution. We get that Cho, but we also get the Granger, the solution to the problem first. It will Kelra budge.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll pick up the Bruno here. I mean, it is going to be going up with the Granger. We've seen how effective the Granger can be as well against it. Now, you have this Cho, right? You just took away that versatility from FNOP when it comes to the Brusco the Bruiser, right? He likes to kind of rush in with that, get the setups, and that is a good start to finding a way to the backlines.
Okay, right now looking at Fnatic on the Philippines, they pick up the Bruno, and now they pick up that Lu Yi, Leo. These are the first 3 picks for Fnatic on the Philippines. Do you feel like they got a good start here?
I think the Monster Mage is very happy, and if Super Prince is happy, the Super Family is happy. Just with these 3, you have your core set up. You can also just now think of a front line. And look, another core for TLID. You were looking for the Hayabusa.
I was looking for the Hayabusa because, come on, what else is there?
It's been one of the few answers to the Suyo, essentially. If you don't have the Joy, Hayabusa is your next best thing.
Yeah, and with the Hayabusa, right, it's easily able to get to the Lu Yi, a hero that likes to stay from afar but lacks the mobility.
Gentlemen, they need to choke out the frontliners now. Get rid of Tigreal, get rid of the Hylos, get rid of the Gatot.
Okay, no, here's the thing. I'm actually looking at TLID here. They have the Granger. The Granger is good going up against the Lu Yi because you can actually open up the map. But I'm a little bit worried here about Ezekiel, the Ghost of Jakarta. Because looking at that, so you're looking at how King Kong plays, I feel like a lot of aggression is going to mid. How will he answer that?
Well, I think they go for maybe some long distance here, right? We've seen Aaron Shiki pick up the Poke Granger.
Joy gone? Yeah.
Something insane like the Navaria, something long range,
Bro.
something like the Xavier.
I like
I don't know if that's how you want to in game 1, but maybe it's exactly
Aaron
how you
Shiki
start off in game 1.
A little closer.
and
He's been getting
I
good
think
results.
King Kong on the other side.
Here, folks. Novaria
I
gets
think.
banned out. So again, like, we know these teams. It's been 24 days that M6 has been going through. We know that Onyx will attack that mid. Because if you look at their 2 bans already for Ezekiel, they're really challenging the Ghost of Jakarta. What else do you got?
Yeah, the mid lane Maestros trying to get some finesse. With the Lu Yi, it's a lot of mobility for the side of FNOP. I do agree with the Farza pickup. I think it could be wise, especially with the wings by wings for some mobility on your side. We also got to take a look at FNOP, right, for the XP and the roam position. There goes the glue, so maybe the Hylos, maybe the Gatot sneaks up in here. We know it's a great way to create some chaos and be able to get the backline, and there goes the Hylos.
Does
Hylos
Fnatic pick up a specialty for Kirk? Do they get the Edith, or do they deny away the Gatot?
Or what
That's
about
a lot of jumps. Or the Khalid for Brusco? That's a lot of mobility between the diversions and the sandwalks.
Let me just say, if we do have a Khalid roam here, if I'm TLID, I'm not feeling good.
I'm not feeling good at picking Farza anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like a preemptive strike if you pick up the Khalid here. It's a preemptive. You're not going to pick a stable mage. It better be one that can move around. So they take in Edith. Still one more pick. Roam or EXP still, essentially. Most likely this is the Kirk special, though.
I know Kirk, man.
I like the Khalid here. Not gonna lie. Something aggressive going up against the Cho as well. They're taking the time here. And it looks like they pick up the Gata Kacha instead. Jumping to the back lines. They have multiple angles. Divergent here, but then suddenly Avatar the Guardian coming from somewhere else. Multiple angles by Fnatic on the Philippines here.
And now it comes down to what Yehezkiel plays. Yehezkiel, Wiseman, what you got? It's got to be something range, right? You don't want to dive in.
But the Gato Kacha is there as well. Even if you pick up a Farsa, you're going to get caught.
Yeah, I don't think you go for anything like the Valentini. You're just close. It is tough. No matter what, you're in a tough spot. So maybe it's a what are you comfortable with pick here. Maybe it's a what are you okay with here.
I mean, it could even be the Aurora, right? I mean, you have a lot of frontline heroes who can get the crowd control effect in your aspect, especially when you have a Cho and you have the Hylos. They're good at diving, but that overall group setup potential might not be there.
Need a stopper.
Oh!
He's played this once.
Yes!
And it comes out.
Oh, Lilia.
In your face and away. The
Yo, that's a good pick.
But let me tell you,
That's a good pick.
In a best of 7, if you want to take risks,
Let's go, game number 1.
it's definitely for game number 1.
Man, this is
Thank
gonna
you very
be
much to the panel.
hyped.
Oxiana Arena, get ready because we're jumping to game number 1.
I think there are more fans of Fnatic OP there.
Started with 16 and now we're down to 2, and third time is the charm here. The third time these two teams, these two champions from their respective regions will meet up to find out who will be the world champion here. What is up, guys? I'm Naisu, joined on the desk with Gideon Q and Mirko. Gentlemen, how are we feeling about the first draft?
I'm feeling like the first draft is interesting.
First draft, Cho, Granger, Hylos. Okay. Edith, Gato, Bruno. Man, looks like Fnatic OP game. But I think Cho is a game changer, bro. Your team playing in
Oxiana is ready for
tournament.
this bout. And both these teams have fought through the gauntlet to lead up to this. Already in the mid lane, a lot of early action expected with what we've seen so far. Super Prince pretty low here, but we got to
TLID winning mid.
That the meta has really set in, especially throughout the knockouts and where we've landed now. But this Lilia pick.
That Lilia is melting get together. Bro, Lilia is insane pick, insane pick.
Yeah, they brought up the Xavier. We were expecting something like that too.
Oh,
Witty with the flicker out.
He didn't need to, but okay.
This pick isn't really something we saw in MPL
Blue got it.
2014.
King Kong got it.
When his name was still Sin, we saw a lot of Yehezkiel Lilia.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the few picks that can apply a lot of pressure to your opponent.
He didn't retry though.
Because you are hitting those stacks and making sure that you are continuously keeping them in place.
Higher level
mage, right? And
for now. Okay, King Kong is ahead.
The yin-yang reaction is great, but
I mean, they're equal, but King Kong is faster.
Making sure you have an enchanted talisman, for an example, and you can even see right from the emblems itself, he wants to.
Hylos versus Edith. Oh, Ezekiel. Oh, good flicker out. Or maybe first blood.
Not ready just yet. There you go. King Kong gonna be very low. Shadow kill not. King Kong. Both teams.
High is also quite low.
No casualties.
Damn, the minions, bro. The
Good
minions.
thing though, you know, Yehezkiel doesn't go down. Had to burn the flicker, so that is gonna be down. Also the revitalize from Brusco. But both teams still obviously looking for that potential first blood, really on this side of the map here.
Okay, it's Kirk.
Maybe Kirk.
Okay.
Taunting. Both the tanks are taunting.
It just seems like
This final of what?
Kind of a
Yes.
similar game that Brusco wants to play compared to
Final.
waiting and
TLID versus FNOP. Grand final.
I mean, as long as the backline is confused with where they need to go, Team Liquid ID, we know for a fact they kind of want to go straight forward at their opponents, but only on the right conditions. And hopefully, it's based on where Super Preference is going to be showing himself.
And that's a part of this. Again, the level 4 for Witty, not available just
Blue.
yet. So
Higher
be
taking
able to
blue.
go for that pick-off potential.
King Kong is in the bottom lane, taking creeps. They're taking time, yeah.
Objective. Don't want to overextend. Brusco has been fantastic.
Red reset? Okay,
making
then.
plays himself, you know, setting things up.
Right.
For example,
Red
the
reset.
earlier on. Here's the taunt.
Level 6, damn.
Witty jumping back and forth. Wait the dragon over to Brusco. That's
Whoa, good ult. Nah, oh!
He's still alive, and now they keep
Good
on
though.
going for it. Aaron Shiki
I
is
think
back against
Super Friends might die here. Whoa, Kirk. Vidi dead. First blood.
And they'll make
Damn, dude, everyone is so low. Oh, no. Oh! Oh!
He's alive, right? Whoa, good.
My
good.
God.
All right. First blood goes through as expected. We weren't hoping for this game to be extremely bloody. It's still a marathon. It's not a race.
Run. We'll be trying to zone them away. Queller comes in from King Kong. Fabian
Oh, Fabian, take that. Take it, bro. Nice.
2 kills for the
Turtle.
He's fine. Oh, whoa, he goes back. Kirk
Nice,
They're not
nice,
done with it
nice,
yet.
nice,
They
nice,
want to
nice.
keep on trading as much as they can.
Nice.
They cannot let this
1,
go
2
far
for
off the
1
leads.
and
See,
total.
already, the
That's a
back
good
and
trade
forth, The
actually.
pendulum is already swinging this early in the game, and that's what you want to do. If you're TLID, you want to go in for those pickoffs. You utilize the fact that you're so mobile on this Hayabusa for Fabian.
Fabian is
He
doing
does pick up
good.
another strike already.
Oh,
Black shoes
what a
already using
damage,
Heskil.
bro.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage, man. Diversion, don't know if they spot it. Heskil spots it. Oh, no one takes it. Just a bit of vision, utility here and there for FNOP.
Man,
But so
they
far,
didn't
you can
took
tell
the
that both teams are
diversion.
Trying to determine where the battle lines are, right? Respect the
Lilia
borders.
was dead
River's been
there,
such a
for
dangerous
sure.
place already in the first 4 minutes of the game, and only very small.
Hylos is cutting the lanes.
So far, King Kong a single level ahead of Fabian for now, and things could start snowballing out of control because even Kirk has a lead on Iran.
He has a lead right now, still kind of checking out the area here too, locking in the buffs before this next objective does come up. But so far, so
Kelra
good.
6.
Even for Fnatic Onyx, PH could be in trouble.
Shiki
Pops up
7,
front,
alright.
might get run down.
No flicker.
Maybe,
Shadow,
maybe
even
she's,
that comes to
Kirk
He
is dead, I think,
isolated.
yep.
He will not use the resources here. Able just to kill. A good pickoff for the
Good pickup.
cavalry. And
2 for
Fnatic
2.
Onyx PH have not found the trade on the
Aaron
opposite
Shiki,
side. Close,
quite low.
But still, no cigar
Survives.
this time. Woody able to cover on Aaron Shiki, knowing the motions coming in from Fnatic Onyx. That first rotation looks good. Here comes the next fight. Taunt in the
Maybe.
Soul Sever from King Kong. Revitalized, used up by Aran.
Maybe Brusco? Ah, he went out, he went out. Damn, Aran is fucking tanky, and they took the fucking tower, dude.
Turret diversion coming down.
My
as well.
God.
King Kong charging up the surge. Won't be able to find it. Fabian should be able to.
He
escape.
survives.
Gets out freely, gets a
Turtle
turret.
up.
Fabian doing work right now. He's
Dude.
everywhere on the Hayabusa. And
They're
that's
everywhere.
what
Actually,
PH has to
TLID
look
is
out for.
everywhere,
Slow mode again.
everywhere.
They have the Luo Yi. We saw Super Friends play this hero to a T throughout this tournament. And for the
Hylos left the lane already
it's been
now.
Such a
It's,
crucial pick for a lot of teams in their composition.
it will be
How
difficult.
they approach the macro
Someone
level
need
of
to
the
clear
game.
top.
Now that this turtle is up, though, second
Every
one
time.
for the taking, TLID has a very minor lead. And
Calron
they're trying to get
Bruno
control of
will
this
be
turtle
deadly.
again. Even if they plant
I
the
mean,
SQ up front as a mage,
Shikil also like good on Granger. They're confident. That's why they picked it.
Fnatic, and that's why they're so careful.
Early.
Approach. Oh, bottom side.
Oh, Kelra dead? No, survives.
Oh man, Fabian already used a shadow kill earlier, so no kill. Diversion Aran. Stopping the bush, Aaron Shiki able to dash away from the Earth Shatter. Now it's winning.
Oh, turtle gone.
He finds it. They managed to walk away. If they disengage,
I mean, Haya was not there. But he got the tower.
Will not let this stand. He's looking for another turret. That's 2 already
Oh,
secured.
whoa, whoa.
At this
Look at the
point, this
damage
guy,
from
he's
Super
a jungler,
Friends.
But he's also a turret destroyer, right? He's pushed down 2 tier 1s. But look at this side of the jungle. They're going to be focusing here.
Vidi,
should be
Vidi.
able to
Okay,
get out,
survives.
Takes the Queller, but he's fine. But they
Lost
just get
red.
caught,
I
and
think
so they
Fabian
try
also
to
got the
find
red.
something around
I
the
think.
map, and that's what Fnatic Onyx will always do when they get the information
No,
on
no, he
the
didn't.
moves coming out from TLID.
So
next
missed
focus
red and
for them
turtle.
again, both teams already having 1 turtle, but the next time
No so
this
much
comes
goal
up,
lead.
they're taking here, and that's where we really have to start to look. Are the items in place for them to fight out? Witty.
Vidi.
Great dash away from the GQ.
Dead.
Bad spot. Kelra picks up the kill.
Kelra.
Kill from Fabian.
Dead.
Kelra's gonna be taken down by
Oh,
Fabian.
nice.
Revitalize already popped
Brusco.
down, and Super Prince is gonna get zoned.
Dead.
Brusco should be gone for it. Heskil bails
Ah,
out. The
survives.
last two.
Oh, they still want to fight?
Oh, back into Fabian. Kirk going in as well.
Oh, 1
Battle
HP
wrapping
though.
it down.
Oh, Aaron
The
Shiki.
yin-yang reaction of Super Prince.
Bro.
That's a great collapse. A clap.
Hylos wasn't there.
Onyx PH. This has been a battle of inches so far. We haven't seen any real momentum, but at least this time round, Fnatic Onyx PH fight on their terms after the initial aggression from TLID.
And that's what they had to have happen at this point. Again, waiting for that first lord to come up. That also allowed now Kelra.
If Hylos was there, they could have,
Bruno
you know,
alongside the Haas class. So he's got the
survived.
2 items, and over on the other side, Aaron Shiki still building up into the second item. But they also grabbed themselves that tier 1 turret now on the top side.
Aaron
so playing
Shiki.
into this in 20 seconds when that lord comes up.
My God, the Gato
Fnatic
early
might
man on
decide to
point.
go ahead and approach
Yeah.
this in a different way. Remember,
I mean, he
every
didn't
single
had a
time you
shadow.
can utilize Super Friends
He had
with the
shadow.
Luo Yi, show up at an off angle and surprise TLID.
The tower is
So
gone.
we're seeing a
This
different
one is
approach
gone.
to the Granger here in the grand finals. Aaron
He got the
Shiki
Malefic
with
gun
the
or
safer
what, man?
approach. Usually we see Sky Piercer item 2 diversion. Fabian's gotta be careful here.
They spot him.
No, the taunt
Survives.
is Fabian gets away
Oh.
from the taunt. Gets
Ghetto
out of
missed.
the worldy. Or just a last shot, actually. Not even worldly committed by Kelra.
But now the Lord, they've lost position on it, right? With Fabian so low, I don't think he can contest for this. Let's see how TLID is going to handle the Glorious Pathway.
Glorious Pathway down as well. King Kong able to burst it down with the Soul Sever. Witty jumping in with his Gunda.
Aran.
Dragon.
And then continue forward.
Shadow kill, shadow kill.
They're looking for a fight.
Nice kill. Whoa. They can. Oh, Kelra is alive though. Damn.
Kirk takes it. Aaron Cheeky is down, and that is going to
Bro,
be
Kelra, dude, the monster is alive.
Gold standard. Kelra making his mark on the world stage in the grand finals. A wipeout.
I thought it was 2v2, but then Kelra came. I don't know where, man. Didn't even saw him.
Takes the team and the mid turret, tier 2. Taking a look at the instant replay brought to us by Kadia. This so
Kelra?
good.
Okay, let's
like
see.
Team Liquid had
Nobody cared about Kelra at all.
But
Look
the
at him.
biggest problem, look at the positioning
Oh,
for
he went for the.
Untouched,
Oh.
just able to move and groove and slide around and pick up the kills and clean things up.
I think that TLID, even though they had an idea in terms of execution, could not find it just yet, right? Oh no, Witty.
Witty's dead.
Man, Kelra. This is a burst. Aaron shaking him.
Oh!
Aaron shaking him.
Oh!
Brusco! Diversion to the back.
And Brusco, he doesn't mind with Kirk and Super Prince already holding on. Kill, making sure those minions are down.
Fabian dead.
This just yet.
Kelra is unstoppable, and it's going
Oh!
to as well. Kelra gets a double.
A good flicker, man.
The toss up, the slide, it's all on point.
Talking about chemistry, the Super family well connected there, making sure that the onward and the slide tackle
And
are
Kirk
perfectly in combination.
recalled
They get to
also.
walk out for
The
free,
fuck?
despite being in the base with Holy Shield.
Damn, 6.5 gold in like this.
To go up against Fnatic Onyx Philippines. For the few 6 minutes we saw, we were like, all right, they were matching King Kong, they were matching Kirk. But then Kelra shows up.
It's a tough game. It's a really, really tough game here. Based on the items, you can see the respect coming out from both sides, all right? Aaron Cheeky currently at 2 items with Hunter Strike and the BOD. He's not going for Sky Piercer this time around, but even Fabian, right? He's not going for Sky Piercer either. He wants instant power. He hasn't gotten the War Axe just yet, but decided to finish the Malefic Roar first.
There it is. This is the
Malefic gun.
Because if we have to look at and break this
Roar.
down, Team Liquid ID, they just had a landslide gold deficit now. You can see it, right? They're feeling pretty good. The lightning emotes are out, the charge is up. But for
Oh, it
Team
looks
Liquid
dope
ID,
though,
they're
right?
kind of relying on Witty, but the problem is he prioritized
I mean,
magic resist. But the
Fabian was low already on that Lord. They should have given the Lord away.
down, even Aran on the high-lows.
Now
So
they have to
this
give
is
like
where they go
everything.
ahead and continue to put the pressure, take the buffs, take whatever they want, and it's up to Team Liquid ID and Witty and Aran to figure out how do we deal with this.
I mean, right now, the next item, Power Spike, that we can see, Winds of Nature, already purchased by Kelra. He doesn't mind to go for those 1v1s, either against Fabian or even...
Oh, that Lord was important. That was a stupid team fight. Fabian was like lower than half HP.
The fact of the matter is, Kelra already has the mill, so he's going to be outranging the glooms coming down from Yehezkiel.
They have to wait for I think Super Prince TP. They're gonna TP from
I
top.
don't know, man. I don't see Lilia as an execute hero.
They should catch them. 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 They're both alone there. Oh, okay, they TP'd.
One of his abilities, but for now, Fnatic Onyx, they understand that they've got better team fighting overall based on the number of fights that they've had around the river.
And Aran will go ahead and give the information that Fnatic Onyx PH will go ahead and start up with the Lord here. They're pretty scattered across the map, so they might just be making the call. You know what?
Now they're giving away.
Give it to them and get ready for a base defense because they got a lot of catching up to do. They're down 8,000 gold.
Yeah.
The good thing is they hold on to the base turrets earlier on, but now that this Lord is getting ready to siege in,
I think they don't even have a holy protection at this point.
Fighting capabilities of this lineup from Fnatic Onyx PH. Team Liquid ID is going to have
TP,
to pull
TP,
some
TP,
type of a
TP.
miracle already. Diversion, just trying to spot things out. Aran is there alongside Fabian. Wants to go ahead and grab his purple buff before this fight, before this defense that they need to pull off.
They have to give it
They're
up.
just shoved off of it again. So they have no choice but to go ahead and get prepped and ready for that Lord crashing down on the bottom side, managing the waves. The flares will go out.
Super Prince is taking the blue.
At this point. And so now, Fnatic Onyx PH, are they going to press the situation, dive into
I mean, Lilia is there, so you know they don't have They shouldn't have a problem to clear
As
it.
long as Kelra has the space, he can do whatever he wants to, and even sidestepping the Death Sonata shots just to make sure TLID gives him respect.
Look at that. Milfic gun. That's what it can do. You can hit the turret from so far away. It's a mortar.
Bro, but the Bruno, yeah. Oh my god. They couldn't able to defend
Two
it.
base turrets gone just like that. They're blitzing the base of Liquid.
Are they going to go for a third here?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice kick though.
Over to Kirk. Kirk can be
Kirk. Ah!
damage on demolished. Obliterated.
Fabian altered also, right?
That's
New
tough.
wave is coming.
Diversion.
Diversion. Aaron Shiki.
Deal is quelled. And Brusco goes
3-4 nothing. 2-4 nothing.
Literally vaporized at this point. Now going for the end game scenario. They just don't have the items the whole
Bruno is Bruno is just smacking the base. Good.
Game 1 in a dominant fashion.
Bro, Bruno is like a game changer these days.
7-1 and 5 for the gold standard Kelra, but man, the entire lineup shined in their own way through this.
It was like one-sided at the end. Man, I say they should ban
It's a best of 7. There's plenty of time
give
to readjust,
Bruno,
reconfigure the
like
game
both the
plan
team. I'm
here,
just talking about
and we'll
both the
see
team.
how those adjustments are made, but first, of course, we're gonna have this
What else?
broken
Hilda
down by our panelists over there to tell us exactly what happened here in game
and
number
Loi.
1.
I think these 4 heroes should be banned. Then it will be balanced.
The first time they play at the Axiata Arena stage, the first game is just to remind you of what they're about. If you're thinking coming in,
Then the game will like heat up.
yes, they came in here and they're
Bro,
like,
14 minutes? My
we have not dropped a single series.
My
Everybody
god.
asked the question, what is Fnatic Onyx doing? Are they resting? Are they preparing? What are they doing in their off time while you see TLID fight it up against SRG? And I guess now we have our questions answered.
Sonic को कोई beat करो यार.
Dude, honestly, like
Actually,
looking at this
instead of
game,
Granger, maybe
I
some
gotta say,
other
10
MM will be
minutes
better.
flew by so fast. Shout out to Hello Panda, by the way.
I think only BTK won one match against them, right? Other than they are like 0-0, right?
I went for a quick
Oh,
so
I think.
and then I'm like, what happened? You gentlemen, tell me what happened.
That was what you call a lightning round.
That was a lightning round. That was definitely, it was a quick little, that was a pre-round. You know, it was a pre-round.
I think
It
they
was a
lost
warm-up.
against.
But right now, it felt like FNOP came in.
They lost
warmed
2
up,
matches,
they
right?
waited their
Somewhere.
timing. They didn't rush things in the beginning.
Actually,
They even let
haven't
themselves
lost
take
the
a
whole
couple
M6
deaths. They
series.
sacrificed 2
They are
offlane
unbeaten.
towers. But Kelra never
Granger
went
can't
down.
abuse
And the
Mlbb
moment
again,
we
so
got
then
to that
MM can
first
abuse
Lord,
Mlbb again,
it
like,
showed
will be better.
tremendously the patience of them not only on a full fight level, but in those team
They were
fights,
doing
the way
great
they approached
early
the
game,
fight,
but
they're
then, you
always
know,
looking for the
it
turnaround.
started like when Kelra hit the, you know, power spike on that Lord.
Very comfortable with. This is what I meant when
It
each team
went
brings their own
south.
meta, and you play that within the evolving meta. And
Should we play some game or
they
what?
did try, right? Like they tried to one up and say, we're gonna pick the Granger first, and then we end up with a Cho, and then small jungle pool, Hayabusa. It's not like they had a bad draft. It's just Fnatic Onyx know this game so well and know how to play within the cracks. Which
I think it's
was,
like
again,
14
why in
minutes.
10 minutes they were able to, as you say, just take over.
And it's taken over a domination, a lightning round, as Leo stated. And to me, something that stands out was Brusco the Bruiser on this Gatot. We saw several engagements where he went in, took several hits,
Aaron Shiki
went
did
back
good
out,
though.
waited a second,
2-3-3.
looked back, saw Aaron Shiki, jumps back in, and guaranteed the
Aye,
kill.
it's 3-3-3.
He was just having a very hard time.
Lilia had a hard time.
Right now, gentlemen,
She was getting
elephant in the
melted,
room,
dude, like
this
from
Lilia pick. Do you guys feel
Loi.
like it's serviceable in this series, or is this going to be the last time we see this Lilia?
I don't think the Lilia was the problem. It was packing a punch. It was giving them very good early game rotations. It was clean. Honestly, some of the big mess ups came from the Cho, came from Witty, either over-aggressing, the team fight's already over, he's re-engaging when he's a little too low on health. You know, things of that nature was my issue, at least, with this match.
And in comes a term that we often hear in analysis, forced errors. I think it was up to the Bruiser, Brusco, playing that man-to-man defense throughout 80% of the game that checked Weedy. It's so hard as a Cho if you can't find odd angles, and what makes it worse, is the extra battlefield mobility provided for by the Lo Yi. The Lilia she had to check every corner. The Lo Yi, though, you saw that there was a micro diversion. Even inside their own base, TLID wasn't safe. So it's this mid duo that keeps TLID on their toes even from the start.
And I think we all know what the tenacity does now. I mean, you got a good showcasing of that from Brusco the Bruiser. There was just so many engagements, but I felt like it was like 1 HP, but that little bit of defense made the difference.
I think Chu should also, you know, go like for defense. I mean, at least tenacity. At least tenacity.
You see Witty just overextending, getting picked off, and that one slight decision made the difference.
I want to touch on the draft a little
All
bit.
the
We're gonna do
tanky
it after
emblems.
this analysis
4
because,
tanky emblems.
I'm seeing something here. I wonder if it will happen again in game number 2. But now we're looking at the damage numbers, and Kelra had a pretty good time. But honestly, Aaron Sheik, even though from a leading position, 46,000 damage, honestly isn't that bad.
What the Untouchable One did was get out of lane much sooner. I think that's where a lot of the Sonics, all of the fans of the Super Fam, that's where they stood up and said, oh, it's real now. Because remember that first big team fight where everyone was part of, that I'd say Liquid ID won technically.
Fabian gonna
He
regret.
got out of the lane, Kelra didn't. So that means Aaron Shiki and Liquid ID know how to use the map.
So there are many matches where Farsa was picked with Purify.
So that's why he did this much damage. Compared to Kelra, who took it slow, played the long game, and eventually hit his power spike, it was inevitable for the core to outscore Liquid IDs.
And now we got to look at the MVP of the game. It's going to be the gold standard. Kelra on the Uno. One of the best heroes giving it to one of the best players. That's
7-1-5
for disaster.
Yeah, I mean, Kelra has continuously been a monster, and he needed to take that patience in the early game. He needed to wait right around 7 to 8 minutes. That's when those power spikes start hitting, and that's when FNOP is like, okay, let's do this. And Kelra did it so well in that last big team fight. We'll see it when the highlights come up, I'm sure. He goes off, he takes down Witty while the rest of the team is fighting, and then he comes in through second, third quarter of that fight and just starts cleaning up with perfect distancing, perfect turnaround.
And how did he do that? A priority on Haas clause. So many times in this game, especially in the early to mid, Kelra will put down his health.
Look.
And that's why you said in the later 2/3 of that fight, he would
Kelra died here. That was a good pick.
And
Look, Fabian is low already. He was late already.
The Malefic
Good kick though.
And that suddenly
I mean,
changed
Kelra is
the
bonking
Liquid ID had to
everyone.
push their frontliners forward. Aran was at half health even before you could see Kelra. Witty was usually dead even before the fight really began.
Yeah, honestly, looking at this matchup here for Fnatic Onyx Philippines, we were talking about how great the micro is. And so
PS
far, they're
team
really
is very
I
strong.
feel like for both teams, they have this
That
understanding
was a good jump from Gatto.
we both know how to do that.
Gatto was
Let's
getting
help
like
muscle here.
good
And I gotta
jumps
say, Fnatic
without
Onyx
any setup.
They really showed their muscle here. Speaking of muscles, I'm actually looking at how the draft really progressed.
That was a good
in the
flicker,
first
you
game
know.
just now.
Initiation from the
In terms
Edith.
of how the game played out, we see a lot of different roles really making the picture of how this game plays out. But in the draft, it does look like Fnatic Onyx Philippines, they're respecting Fabian, making sure that he doesn't get the alpha. So in my head, is it going to be
However, I'm supporting TLID. Lol, not being salty bro, Farsa isn't a good pick. CC wise, she doesn't bring anything. But raw damage, which is easier to dodge also. Yep.
He's not good on the Hayabusa.
Just a higher, you know, high ground mage can a good range,
Definitely
you know,
different
that's it.
TLID, and I think when we come to this game, there's a big chance TLID takes first pick. So we are definitely going to see some differences in draft, differences in
She needs
games,
setup, proper
and the
setup.
way things are driven through that. Big chance maybe we see them favor Fabian and give him the Suyo up front, or maybe FNOP bans it out. We'll have to see exactly how it goes. And again, I don't think it was a complete draft issue. I think FNOP knew their power spike opportunity. They executed it perfectly, and TLID didn't respect it. They didn't respect that 7.5 minute rush and just over-engaged. They didn't keep it steady.
I agree with you that I also don't feel it is a draft issue, but we gotta respect the draft here because
I mean, there are more games, you know, they can fix the draft.
Mental notes of how they feel, how they move around the map with certain
Kazuki
heroes.
official
And
is
I
Indian,
feel like
bro.
this is
Voice.
the instances
Yep.
when we're looking at the grand finals. Is it a bad draft? Absolutely not. It's an amazing draft. but the coaches know the difference between a Joy, a Suyo, a Hayabusa, a Lancelot, a Ling. And that's why they're keeping the options to the point where it's like, you're good on this hero, but we know what you're going to do on second minute to third minute, and we can punish that.
Yeah, speaking of punish, we're seeing even the gold laners, like, you're still seeing the Bruno starting to walk, you're seeing the Granger starting to walk. They're willing to roll that dice, right? If we get the Granger, hey, we know we can still win on it. If we get the Bruno, we can do that as well. So now it's more of that prio on limiting that jungle potential.
I think they should have banned the Bruno, man. They should just even it out.
53.
I mean, Moscow Granger fucking like, dude, pick like something.
Liquid ID does,
you know.
If Coach St. Lucas gives the blessing, hey, leave open the Joy, leave open the, I don't think the Fanny's gonna see the light of day. So leave open the Joy, and then they trade for the Blue Joy.
Suyo Joy.
It's a question, is that gonna be a fair game? Is that gonna be like a better go for Team Liquid ID? I'd say no. I'd say it's possible that Liquid still just folds.
Question here. Before that, we gotta look at a
For the past 3 weeks, we worked to install a championship mentality.
A champion's mentality. Although the players are new to the M series, they've embraced this mindset. Being a pro is easy, but developing a champion's mentality is not. After our second loss to FNOP, it was chaotic and emotional. We had to make adjustments to our playstyle and strategy. Facing them again will be a critical test, and losing for a third time would be devastating. As we prepare for this match, it all comes down to mentality, focus, and enjoying
Bruno could have
the
been
match.
easy
This
countered
is an
by
insight that I have
Lilia,
not seen.
but they picked
I
Granger.
didn't know
Layla.
losing against Fnatic Onyx
Bro, they can't pick Layla. Bro, it's not like, you know, just pick Layla and, you know, you can, you know, there are so much diving potential and she can't run away from it. Like, only if Gato jumps on her, she's dead,
Pro
bro.
player and being a champion, right? It's bouncing back, being resilient, and
Paper
that is
kadam,
what I expect
congrats,
to
man.
see from TLID in game number 2. Now, it's going to be a battle, right? It's
Distorted
these little
mind.
decisions. We all agreed the draft is one thing,
How was
right?
your
But it
papers,
wasn't
man?
a one-sider because of the draft. It was just slight decisions that costed TLID that game.
You know what, Stefan? What was that little nugget of wisdom?
New
To
to the
do
community, bro.
something.
Where are
To
you
go
from?
somewhere you've never been, you got to be
India.
willing to do something you've never done.
And that's what I'm trying to say about
India.
this whole jungle matchup. We've
Jaipur.
seen the Joy Suyo.
Rajasthan, Jaipur.
We've seen the Fredrin Suyo.
What
and
about you,
we
man?
know how that
Where are
works
you
out,
from?
but what if TLID find a different angle of attack? Something that maybe we haven't even presented yet.
Granger jungle.
That
Just don't ban.
I mean, Syzygen used it. Granger jungle. Pick up Granger and Bruno.
It's a different time.
Okay, it's finals, bro. This guy, man, I
He
swear.
is saying what you're saying, but I don't know if we're talking about that much extremes, you know? I think, I don't know, when I see the alpha in the last draft,
It's from
FNOP
Jaipur.
decides to go for the alpha ban. And then we
12.2
also see the
CGP,
core ban.
are
You have
damn,
to
dude.
respect and kind of
Topper,
understand
huh?
where they're approaching and say, fine, we're going to ban Suyo too. And just take all of those big picks off the field.
Which
Either
part of
you
India?
leave a lot open, or you take it all off the field and bring it
Rajasthan,
back down to
I'm like
stonegate,
in
right?
the
Bring it
middle.
back down to something different.
Here's why I'm so
Or maybe
confident
you
in
can
the
say,
jungle argument for Fnatic on the Philippines. It's because we've seen games where King Kong was given scraps.
West
We've
side.
seen King Kong forced to play the Fredrin again. We know that he is an assassin specialist.
Middle
We know
West.
that he's such a mechanically gifted player. If you give him a hero that just presses button like this, heroes that I do well with, he still does well. Somehow he works for the team. So I don't know if Fabian can do just the same.
Yeah, but I
West.
feel like we can actually explore the idea coming in from tracks. Make it ground zero. Have a gentleman's agreement. to be
My
like,
topic got
all
9.7.
these
That is
S-tier
more than enough.
junglers
You're from
start to
India.
become
Can I play
nuisance.
with you
If we take down
sometimes?
most of them,
Bro, you're from
then we'll see
Indo.
things like
I'm from India. We'll have like, yeah, you can
something
play
we haven't
classic.
seen in ages. Maybe we get
But
to see the new skin of
we'll
Garcia,
have
who
like high
knows?
ping. You won't able to play. You will go through walls. That's it.
I feel like
You'll be kissing the
that
wall.
is a very big risk to take because it's a gentleman's agreement. TLID might think that, but Onyx might read that and be like, "Oh, you want to get all of these junglers out?"
I think if TLID fixes the draft, they might win M6. This game is only depending on the draft at this
You
point.
just suddenly allow things like
I think the
this.
both team has the good firepower.
Well, I mean, we are in the state of a game, right, where we're on grand finals. These are the two best teams in the world.
Right
You know,
now.
You have to be able to play scraps if that's what you get. You have to be ready to go against super meta picks. You know, we can break down, we can theorize the draft all day long, but in the end, you know, like I said, I feel like in the end, Team Liquid ID has
hi.
to perform in game with whatever is handed
Ooh.
to them. They have to be prepared for that, and that's
But there
where
is
I
so
think
much
they
makeup
really
though.
need to step up here.
I think even with a gentleman's agreement, right? Even if you go even
But
further beyond
the
that,
eyes is so glittery. Like I
inside
don't
the
get
game
it.
that are making the difference. The crowd control, the
How
burst
many
damage.
rounds?
That's what's making the difference. And
It's
honestly, I feel like
best
if
of I don't
if
know.
he can't find the setups, he needs help. You pick up this Lilia, right? You trust that that's going to deal the damage, and you expect
Best
Witty
of
to
7,
pick up
I
all
guess.
these pieces and get these setups, and maybe Aran rushing in as well. But it's not enough. Maybe getting the mid laner,
Best of 7, yeah.
the crowd control should have been the aspect as well to
Best of
help
7.
Witty on these engagements. If they had those setups, maybe Aran could be the one to deal out that damage.
Alexander, that is a good angle. I like that maybe
This
Yehezkiel has
coach,
to now
man.
suddenly play utility again, not true core.
I mean, if they lose this game, man, this game will be
He
hopeless.
needs to have a hero like the Khalid so that there's some balance there. A little bit of damage, a little bit
Philippines,
of crowd control. But
a
remind
noob.
me,
I guess they're winning
like,
though.
actually, no,
I
remind you
mean,
guys that in the draft, they actually targeted Yezkiel.
Doesn't look like
after the
noob.
first 3 picks, we knew what was gonna happen.
Braces
We
are
knew
permanent
that
in the
mid lane
Philippines.
was
It
not
looks
gonna be
like
safe.
dentists
They
are
found out
making
that
a
Novaria as
fortune.
well, so
Yeah.
Lucio can gank.
I
So
don't get
I see
that
the
too.
idea here, gentlemen.
But the
We're going
eye
up against
thingy,
King
bro,
Kong.
the glittery
Mid
thingy,
lane,
bro, it's like
I gotta
too
tell
much.
you, it's not safe. Even with an Aurora, even with a
Thank
Vexana.
you.
At least that's how I see it.
I'm
So much of
supporting
this
Indo
game is
too,
going
man.
to
What
be
the
set
fuck,
up by the
man?
mid laners.
Come on, man.
Witty plays such
I
an
want
important
TL.
role for his team.
I want
He's
Indo to
really
win
gotta
at least
perform, you know? I mean, and if
this
the Cho
one.
is maybe the Cho is not
Philip,
the option.
Philippines
Yes,
have
it's good
have
sometimes.
a
You
good,
can get
you
those
know,
big picks,
win
but
streak.
we're also seeing it just get melted
I want this one
down.
to go
His
in
emblem build, he
Indo.
picks up
I think
really good
M7
damage
is
for
holding
going
in
full tank, you know? I mean,
Indo also,
it's
right?
maybe a little bit smarter
So it
to
will
do
be a
something
good
little bit
boost.
bulky
They
because
might,
you
you
know
know,
Kel's
spend like a
gonna be
lot of
hitting
ton of
hard,
money
and you know that King Kong is going to be hitting
in
hard.
M7.
Just putting it out there. If there's no
Only
Khalid, there's also
one.
Jawhead.
Only
the
one.
Jawhead would have looked
A lot of
One
damage.
game.
thought about it,
Still
but
3
a lot
games
of
to
damage.
decide.
We'll see what happens. We're jumping into the draft now. There goes the Cho band. There goes
Aran. If Aran picks the Cho,
It might actually happen. Go back to the start.
Aran is good
What
on
if this is
Cho
a joy band?
Joy band. It's got to be.
in the XP lane.
But then
Hey, but
Vidi
that's
is
how
not
picks
so.
Fred,
Like I
exactly.
won't.
Yeah,
I've waited by a long time.
Now
Hi,
we have
man.
a dynamic here because we know that FNOP,
Alice-
they can take
Alice
risks in the drafts.
Pinto.
Like, you can pick up the Joy.
I'm sure in the
Dude,
next
King Kong has
M7,
played
India
so many
will be
joys,
getting
he
an
probably tells his
invite. Will
team,
promote
this is
they
where
are
he's
going
pathing.
in India.
This is where he's ganking.
I mean,
This
China
is
is getting
power
their
spike.
server,
This is how we killed
so
it.
China
This is
will
what
be
FNOP
there.
did so well on first
We
pick.
are
They
Sigma,
didn't just
only
ban one
Chapuri
jungler. They banned the
will
Alpha
get
and the
Brazil.
Joy. They said Suyo is going to be
Okay.
gold this match. He's going to be the main prio, and I think this could be
Yo,
maybe the mess up from TLID, unless
how
they
you
get
say,
Joy over and they
you
have a lot of
know,
confidence in a Fredrin here.
Unless
how you
they go
greet
for
in
the joy,
Indo?
which I think
Factory.
Fabian did.
Fact
And we come
frenzy.
into one of your major discoveries in the
India
knockout.
team coming.
Fredrin.
100% win rate against Joy right now. I mean, it's just looking
We
good,
are
but they don't have to pick it up front.
Braces are
They pick
good
up the
for your
Bruno here.
teeth.
They can go for the Hilo, something of that nature. The Lu Yi,
Ah, guys,
more comfort.
stop with the braces,
Yeah,
I
gonna have
guess.
mobility, gonna have the element of surprise to work
XP is
for
fine,
on
but
it. Now,
he
yeah, with
chose
the Joy pickup, definitely going to be a challenge.
Will India get a
Right, with the
slot?
Trex, I definitely believe with that 100%
I don't
win
think
rate on
so.
the Fredrin,
I don't think
that
so.
is
Maybe in
possibly the
M8
wisest
for sure,
decision
but
here. But I mean, they've
it
got a lot of work
depends.
for them already, right? You have this Bruno.
We
a
want
heavy
you
trio,
know, bro.
marksman, the best marksman,
MOBA
the
Legend
Arnold,
have
the Granger
to,
as well.
you know,
I mean, here's
host
the thing,
a
reminding
tournament
that before
first.
this, Fnatic on
There is
Philippines, they had a
no
draft
official
where it's
tournament in
100%
India yet.
for that Bruno.
So maybe
I still
they'll
remember the
work,
draft. It's
you
Bruno,
know, small tournaments in
Pyramids,
India
but
first,
Hilda,
like
having the,
what do you call
Cho
it?
in the EXP as well as Fredrin
Official
in the jungle.
tournament from
They
Mobile
played
Legends.
that kind of
Then
composition
you know
before.
we might.
They have an option to do that again.
Yep, that was game
Simonga
one against Falcon Esports
come
of Myanmar.
big
And
Saja.
that went all
Did I
the
say
way,
it?
but it opened with such a
Bro,
banger. I think
bro,
they
teach
can
me something
repeat
like.
that still with the Lu Yi. And there it is, the Fredrin,
Oh,
baby.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I knew it was
whoa,
coming. Gentlemen, I mean,
Teach me something
there's
easy.
some coaches that maybe aren't willing to risk
Joy
it.
is
There's some
gone.
coaches
No,
that maybe they don't feel comfortable with their jungler on this, but we've been saying that King Kong will play whatever you hand him right now.
Fred.
And he's going to
Moba
make
Fred
this
is
veteran
out.
look good. So what does TLID do to answer this? It's a troublesome spot. You either
Bro,
have
why
a
they are
full
like
base
so
that you're
dependent
gonna
on the
play around
Granger,
it,
bro? Ban the
or
fucking Bruno,
you go
no,
for
at this
the
point, man.
team
Fuck, man.
You go for the mid lane Joy maybe, and then it's a wait and bait.
That's an interesting idea.
They're
But I
securing
wanna
Bruno
go
and
back a bit.
they're
We were
losing.
talking about this, where Weezy, you were the one that said
Won't
that
give
you
one,
need some kind of control mage. And I
Fnatic
said,
OP.
if you want that, you need a damaged roamer. And now they have that. They have the Khalid. And the thing is, they're not going up against an assassin now. They're going up against a Fredrin.
Fredrin.
So the counter here the CC mid, as in like crowd control mid, it makes sense.
Yeah, and having this Joy is definitely gonna be a threat, but with that Fredrin and some good security from FNOP, and yeah, right there with you with your Heskill, he should be going for the utility realm. It looks like they were kind of onto the same sheet of music as us, right? With the crowd control from Witty, it's just not enough of those setups. A lot of those engagements that they were fighting it out on, it lost because Brusco was the first one to find the major setup play to win over the trade.
I think they need to pick something so that, you know, Kelra be on Purify, not on Flicker.
In mid, Aurora still up there. Vexana,
If Bruno is on Purify, Joy might get it.
If they put like a Farsa
Let's
here,
see.
what would
Any
that be like?
team
Would that
coming.
be enough? Would that be okay?
For FNOP or TLID?
Well, for Liquid.
Greeting in India
For me,
is
it's a little bit difficult because even the Bruno with the Worldly
Teri
can
ma.
cause chaos there.
And it's not so easy for you to spot where the diversion's coming from.
The
We've
fuck?
seen, well, half a dozen diversions
Utah
spotted
welcome
and
to
a
the stream,
random
bro.
ice
What's up,
blast
man?
by an Aurora. So yeah, I agree.
China
Let's see.
will
Let's
be
see
a
if,
massive change
Liquid
to
ID will,
MLB. China will dominate in
Also
MLB
tough to
scene.
pick
If
up a Farsa
that
on
happens,
this first
Chinese
pick
players
set
are
because FNOP
freaking
can always bring
insane.
in one
More
more
Fred is
counter
gone.
pick if they want.
Let's
Lot
see.
of answers.
Yeah, China have like
Or
good
do we
player.
think- Are we sold on the fact that this Khalid is Rome right here?
Give me a second,
See
give me a
something
second,
else
give me a
picked up for
second.
TLID?
I think Rome is the right
Salamat
decision, but you could
Pagi.
possibly
Salamat
drop
is like
the,
a
Gatot here as
Filipino
well, and,
greeting,
I mean,
right?
it's still gonna
Salamat
be the
kuya.
same situation.
Ate.
I feel like for Fnatic though, I feel like the same rule applies to them. They could change this up entirely. You have the lead, you have the crowd control.
World
You
Champion.
technically could go in for a Mathilda here
Yeah.
because you have Fredrin with the setup, the energy eruption, and you also have a lot of
Give me a
crowd control
second.
from the Louis.
One thing
Who
to
won
note,
PUBG?
Matilda,
Let me
this
check.
is what
I
MLB
know
has picked
D
up.
plus
The
Kia
reason why
won. I think it's a
Matilda
Filipino
pick
team
up
too.
That Khalid. So this Khalid is also showing to Fnatic on the Philippines that we know that Matilda is in your arsenal.
China didn't
We
win in
have
PUBG
the deterrent for that pick.
mobile.
TLID got to come up with something here. They go for the Vex, they go for the stiff arm, they go for the ability to help out in these objectives. It's something that they had trouble with last time that we
PUBG
saw.
Mobile.
Final pick, EXP lane. What about the CC? Against, it shreds down on this Fredrin.
It's good against the Fredrin.
Can't survive diversion ambushes. Instead, they go for the old favorite, the Phovius. That's
D
what,
plus Kia is Filipino or what?
dashes
Yeah.
so far.
And right now, Fnatic on the Philippines, final pick here, and they themselves pick up the CC.
Oh,
This is
CC.
a pretty good pick, but gentlemen,
Oh,
so
it's
far
Korean
we've been
team.
calling the
Korean
draft.
team won the
We know
fucking
the differences of
BGM,
ideas coming
PUBG
into game
mobile
number 2.
tournament.
TLID going up against Fnatic
Damn.
on Philippines.
So Koreans are also like
In
dank
terms
in the
of
mobile
win
game, huh?
position, they have Kara, they have the CC as well. But now, thank you very much, gentlemen. But we have to continue with the show. We have to give it over to the casters.
Who is gonna
number
be?
2
Hell no.
of this best of
China
7.
got number 2 in Dota this year. I think
Thank you
this
very much, panel, for
time
breaking down
also
game
when
2 draft here. Once
PHP
again,
will
14 minutes on the clock in game
Salmat
1.
Siang,
Can TLID
good afternoon.
bring the
Ah,
series
okay.
even, 1-1 in this best of 7?
So it's like,
Gideon, how do you feel about the lineup?
I think
close
it's
to
gonna be a little bit
Filipino.
hard, right? Lane to lane matchups
I mean, they say
obviously
Salamat
towards gold, but hopefully they can
Ate
get enough
Kuya.
of a
It's
lead
like
on
hello,
Aaron
I
Shiki
think
and hold
something
it
like
until
that.
about mid-game where he
What's
can
up?
pop
It's
off.
like that.
Otherwise, for Nop, that is, I
Them,
mean,
so there is
The
still a
Fredrin speaks for
huge
itself.
skill
The
gap
CC2
between
Fredrin
India and
destroys
other.
CC
Of
against that
course,
Khalid
man.
and the Phobius matchup.
What the fuck?
We'll see if
In
it's
India,
all
every
gonna
game
come
is
to
banned,
place
dude.
Once again,
Of
Team
course there is a
Liquid
huge
ID,
gap.
different lineup, able to fight the range that we saw earlier and maybe even contain Kelra, the gold standard on the Bruno once again as they go ahead and face off. But even with this, you know, the Fredrin has popped up
Bro,
a
this
little-
CC
a
pick
little
is
bit more
annoying.
throughout now the
I
end
mean,
of
instead
the
of
this tournament here. But it was
Phobius,
a
if they
newer
had
pick
a
that
CC,
was picked up a lot
CC
of
can melt,
assassin junglers
you know,
for example, the Jordan
Fredrin.
ends up working out really well. So King Kong going back to a familiar and comfort pick, if you will, that the world was used to. Now
Super
mid lane
Prince.
still trying
Right
to
low.
check things out here. Super Prince really low.
I feel like the world forgot about the 2
It's not
years
skill
that
gap, we
had
have
with
skill
Fredrin in
player,
India.
we don't have the brotherhood in
I don't
India.
think anyone
Ghana.
can forget
Oh,
that,
it's
right?
not
You can
skill
see
gap
that
or
the
brotherhood,
Fredrin
it's
side,
because
the
we are
side, the
behind,
top
that's it.
priority, whether through mid, through top side, it depends
You
on the
know,
direction
we are
that they
behind
wanna
like
go
fucking
to.
4 or 5
For
years,
now,
bro.
It's to help Aran get out of this lane. We're just going to let Aaron Shiki do his thing in the gold.
Yeah, I wonder what emblems he actually went for here. If Aran actually went for more agility, Wilderness Blessing, perhaps just rotate around the map and help the team get neutral objectives. Or if it's more of that brawly style where he wants to go up against Kirk, he wants to win it out. Witty, though, on the other hand, this is a comfort pick for him. Witty the Wise on the Khalid. We saw this also yesterday. Flicker out.
Good flicker.
King Kong. Wow, that's quick for a Fredrin.
Good flicker.
Yeah, he showed up real fast. Here's the look
Yeah.
at the emblem.
We
So
need
to answer that,
opportunity
Aran
and then
does
we
have the
need
vessel,
time
but a little
to,
bit of extra
like,
movement speed too,
catch
but
up.
It is also just
That's it.
Fnatic Onyx PH that likes to roam around.
Otherwise, I think
Again,
you
this is a
remember
tankier
in
Super
PMGC,
Prince
I
lead
think
that we have seen
we
in
got
the past.
hashtag 2
Again, now mid lane.
Mavi team.
Flicker on Witty. Reaction coming down as well.
Oh, Vidi survives. Oh, that was close.
TLID are just poking each other.
I mean, this is
Bro,
just kind of predetermined.
low damage is
I understand why TLID
too much.
wants to fight, right? At the end of the day, they can give up these neutral objectives, but they cannot afford to take that permanent damage. Whoa!
Whoa!
Big jump right into
Super fan dead! Oh! It's okay though. It's okay though. Aran! Oh, dead. We need dead. No, survives.
Don't want to chase. Fabian
Oh, Fabian is going for purple.
It's out. Going to be able to take that purple buff away, but Fnatic on PH wanted to go in and fight. They will get it. I'm surprised too. Witty was still able to survive
Opportunity
that.
बनानी होती
Even
है
without
कोई
the
देता
flicker that he
नहीं.
had to burn earlier on.
Opportunity तब बनाए ना जब game भी तो
Still
इंडिया में हो.
even. You know, nothing too crazy, but the objective did go over to
That's what I'm
Fnatic on
saying.
PH.
Opportunity तो बनाने के लिए बैठे हैं भाई.
as we think it is, right? Fabian's level 60, King Kong's level 5.
BGMI में देख रहे हो तुम? PUBG मोबाइल की इतनी वॉचिंग नहीं आती जितनी BGMI की आई थी.
Great, and now Fabian will maintain that 2-level lead throughout this match.
अबे ऑडियंस तो बहुत सपोर्ट करती है. अपॉर्चुनिटी तो अब BGMI को भी समझ में आने लग गया. Now they know, like, you know, BGMI community is huge and they're working on it. Whoa, maybe? Maybe? Oh!
Talk about the discipline, man. I mean, he held on to the vengeance. They're going to take a trip, though. Where's the
Joy.
top side?
Fabian electrifying
He survives.
Safety. Witty rotating as well.
Oh, he missed.
He forces the flicker as soon as possible. Super Friends in so much
Super
trouble.
Friends?
By the Eternal Guardian as well.
Dead.
Aran picks up the kill.
Good kill. Maybe Brusco. Oh, survives.
Rotating again.
He survived. He survived.
But Brusco should be fine. It'll be another trade on the board, and a CLID were capitalizing on FNOP's attempts.
Now they pull ahead slightly more for Team Liquid ID. And now Super Friends, that's twice, right? Yo, to Kirk!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Kirk survives? Nah, he's dead. Whoa! Nah, Vidi! Oh, survives.
Okay, no pressure.
That was close, dude!
They got the dive off, they got the kill that they were looking for, and still we see that the advantage is held by TLID.
This is like a...
They work together.
We saw in game 1 from FNOP, where the layer
Aran is dank. I'm telling you, Aran is good. Vidi had a hard time last game. Let's see. I mean, he's doing good on Khalid.
2K ahead. They're building in now. First items all locked in, but this Aran again.
Aran, maybe? Aran dead. Too early.
Fabian jumping in the back line, electrifying beats to run away. Eternal Guard not connecting.
They have to.
Flicker forward, AOT.
He continues moving forward. Kel needs to hold this position as Witty has to stop.
Oh, CC dead.
Aaron, Cheeky, and Kirk.
Oh, Aaron Cheeky 1 HP. Damn.
Wow. This fight between these two teams, nobody is giving up.
Aran went too early. Too early.
No, I mean, it looks like you would think that there wouldn't be that moment, but then they crashed down, and again, that fight was started by Aran. He wanted it, but also now the two turtles in the hands of FNOP.
He got popped too early.
Kelra, one hit away still, might go down initially. Aran goes in.
Oh, flicker waste.
Flickers forward.
Yeah, a big flicker burnt, and Kelra is just having fun here in the bottom lane. Kelra with 2 kills is just so scary.
I mean, it's scary now, but
now these small mistakes, man.
Gun,
I mean, they could have killed the Kelra there. But alright.
I think that Fnatic Onyx PH
Kelra is 2-0.
going over to TLID, the first item power spark.
Oh, now he's
They're catching up with those first items.
ahead.
Thunderbelt now too. Super Friends just got the glowing wand, so now working on his next. And I'm surprised. Again, where's he going to go with this diversion?
On the red.
In, King Kong with him. Malefic gun now picked up for Kelra.
Oh, they know. They
They're
know.
going to get spotted out, but Fabian might be in trouble.
Okay, Fabian.
Maybe Super
In
Friends?
Super Friends.
No, survives.
Into King Kong. Now it's a good time.
Fabian went in.
Picking up that kill. Aran looking for the play. Raging Sandstorm and the flicker.
Oh, he connects and now the revitalized Kelra.
Vidi dead.
He's going to get melted still. King
But maybe
Kong
King Kong?
alive.
Maybe?
Kelra
Nope.
again jumping and Kirk with a follow-up.
Yo.
Just like
Dead the fucking Bruno!
36 seconds
Yo,
into
yo,
the game,
yo,
they
yo,
achieve
yo,
a wipeout
yo,
against
yo,
Team
yo,
Liquid
yo,
ID. That's what we call a pinch.
That is a pinch and more, and they're going to get more off of it. Again, you
Ban the
already see
Bruno.
Lightning come out, and it looks like they want to play that way even in game 2. And Team Liquid ID,
Bro,
after that
two people can't go
shocking
against
wipeout,
fucking
will have to
Kelra, dude. What the
readjust
fuck,
the
man?
game plan moving forward. Last
Oh.
spawning up, Kirk just holding his own.
He knows. He knows. He's a little too strong right now. I don't know how else I could say this, right?
TB, Joy, Joy,
Where's it going? To
Joy.
the top side? Doesn't spot him out. I'm pretty sure they saw the river crab get taken there.
Uh-oh. You're gonna send him up. Witty.
Ah!
Did he?
No!
He'll survive, he'll survive, he'll survive.
King Kong, there you get reaction. Oh, shot Witty gets away just barely as he buys enough time.
And
for
Fabian
Fabian to
recalled.
How many times has Witty gotten away in this game, and he's going to have to continue to do that? Even looking at the
3.8K
again as we split down
ahead.
the roles as Kelra works
Oh,
on the tier
whoa,
1 here.
1.7K ahead. What the fuck, man?
You can see Starlium Scythe now too for Fabian, still working on his next in Iran.
Man, the moment he gets his fucking Malefic gun, it's like
might be in danger
power
because
spike
of the fact
already.
that this power spike for
Oh,
Kelra
only 2
specifically-
items.
Look at this guy.
Look at it.
That's just the preview
That's just
already,
fucking
and he
stupid,
doesn't
man.
have the Berserker's Fury yet.
Yo.
My goodness, I'm looking at the gold rankings.
Yo,
for
Moonstone,
Waters.
what the
He's got
fuck?
a 2K lead of his own, right? Oh my goodness. No, he's not going to die here, right? They just got to sacrifice the tier 2. No point to fight now.
Kelra is out-poking and outranging a Granger.
Onyx will be M6 champion.
Yeah, you know, at
Oh,
that
man.
point, and now that he gets and just works that turret down, King Kong's still looking for a fight.
Oh,
Witty.
Vidi, dead.
Side, Brusco picks up the kill.
Aran.
Eros, that Sonata does
Aran
nothing.
Shiki. Okay, Kelra came
Slight
in,
tackle
bro.
forward.
This is fucking
He's just showing
stupid,
off at this
man.
point. He's just showing off. I mean, what else can you say about it, right? He's getting away with everything.
Bro,
He's sitting there. He's got the super
nobody,
fan behind him.
no answer for him,
If
bro.
I had
What
the
the
super
fuck,
fan behind me too,
man?
I'd probably be as confident.
He's gonna
as
take the
but right
tower
now,
with
they're
them.
already assaulting the base turret.
Yeah, they're gonna take the tower.
Eternal guard not
He's
connected.
hitting the
Brusco's
tower.
able to dodge away
Tower
from
is
that one.
gone.
Kelra's just munching on
I
this
mean-
turret from out of turret range.
We're not even hitting 9 minutes here.
Man,
He's
the
into that 9 minutes.
fucking
4 to
Bruno,
10,
man.
7K gold lead. This is a ridiculous amount as Fnatic, Onyx, PH are putting Team Liquid in a slow chokehold, and they just can't breathe.
What the fuck is that damage?
Yang reaction, the balls from Kelra.
Oh,
diversion
TP,
from
TP,
Prince.
TP.
And the diversion is truly a
Okay.
diversion. The mid wave comes in and Kelra picks
Oh,
it up. Reggie
Aran missed again. Kelra survives. Aran dead. Vidi dead.
Brusco cuts them off a double for Kelra.
Again, the diversions will work in favor. Whether they send it forward or not, they make a win. And now working on the mid turret.
They're making this look so easy right now. And this is almost impossible to come back from. Yehezkiel just doesn't have
Joy
the
is
items.
taking.
And with the next wave already crashing on, let's see how Fnatic
Maybe?
can push through.
Joy, maybe.
Focus on it.
Coming from back.
Man, Fabian, he tried to go for the flank, but Kelra's the real assassin in game 2.
He's dead. He's recalling in the
Honestly, at
face.
that point, now they can go ahead and focus
Okay.
on the Lord. It looks like they'll do that, but I wouldn't have expected
Okay.
at this point.
I
10
mean,
minutes
Joy
into
came and
base
distracted,
turrets
so.
gone, non-existent for Team Liquid ID here.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Naisu. I did not
Bro,
expect
at
this
least
to go so far
Fabian
into
was
Liquid
farming.
ID's control.
He's level
I think a
14.
large part
He's
of it is
ahead.
they
He's still ahead
have
of
these
King
fights
Kong.
As if they're skirmishes, but Fnatic Onyx slowly pushes these skirmishes together into one full 5v5, and that's what Team Liquid ID is failing to see.
Let's
Bro,
think about it here.
8K gold
Team
ahead.
Liquid ID, how do they adjust from this? They're 8,000 gold behind. There's no way they touch any area here around this Lord, so that's
They
more
can't.
so of what's the game
They need to
plan
defend.
for the base defense
They need
on this
Aaron
push-in.
Shiki
I
for
feel
spike.
like this is what we call
He
this
needs
a
time.
checkmate angle for Fnatic Onyx.
He needs
They're
like
not
6
10K,
more
but they've
minutes.
got 2 inhibitor turns, which is
At
already
least.
wild. This with the Lord as well. I'm gonna
Rank
double-check
match
the
बना
items
दिया ये
real
तो.
quick on our monitor, and yeah, not enough of an item power spike. King Kong knows it that they've got them in the triangle choke.
That's the beast. King Kong is just standing there getting vision for the team, and now they're looking for another siege.
At this point, clearing up the waves. But again, as that Lord does make its way, they are going to work it down, but they just want this bottom turret down if they can fully expose the base. Lord making its way down the mid. And again, without those shields of being part of this defense, that's a big advantage for Fnatic on PH because
Look at
they
that,
did the work
man.
earlier on. So they all just have to wait for this Lord to push in and then decide, do they end the game? Do they take a turret? How do
I think they can clear.
Let's see.
Aran dead.
Oh my, Kelra's just dealing
Dead.
so much damage. Side tackle. Kelra got the monster kill. Paving in the corner. The curtain call. Witty looking for an angle. Both base turrets taken now. Witty with a quick sand guard. Now they go on for the back line. Bruce goes buying some
He's hitting the tar again. He's hitting the tar again, man. He's hitting the fucking base crystal again, bro. Oh my god, man. I'm not even fucking funny, bro. It's like one-sided. Bruno ban, bro.
11-50. And now sitting at 2-0 in the grand final, best of 7. What is going on here?
They're looking like the more polished team right now.
Kelra
King
has
on
never
swing
made
Zane, how to
to World
play.
Championship before.
Fred.
And the first one he's made it to, he might just get finals
Bro,
MVP.
they're just fucking,
He just
you know.
might. The whole team completely locked in already, shown us in game 1 and game 2. Panel, what do you guys think? Are FNOP locked in? What's going on here?
Bruno, man.
What we think here is that in
They're just
FNOP's
harassing the Bruno
history,
pick, man. That's
it's
it.
either a 4-0 or a 4-3. And now it's looking like it's going to the direction
And
of
these
a
meta
4-0
picks, man. They
because
meta picker, man. Fucking PS players are meta pickers, bro.
it happened here in Asiata Arena.
Meta pickers.
Happened where we had a reverse sweep.
Bro.
Either ways, this is
Iran was dying like paper when, you know, Bruno was hitting. Look. Look. He was dying like a paper.
They are going to work it down,
Look.
but they just want this bottom turret down if they can.
Look at Iran, okay? He's a front line, alright?
Down the mid, and again, without those shields of being part of this
Wait,
defense, that's a
wait.
big advantage
Look.
for Fnatic on PH because they did the work earlier on. So they all just have to wait.
Look at
for
the
Sora
Iran.
to push
3
in
ball and he's
decide,
dead.
Do they end the game? Do they take a turret? How do they approach it?
Let's see.
1 ball, 2 ball,
Kelra's just dealing so much
and 3
damage.
ball.
Side tackle. Kelra
Bro, they're just fucking.
Turn things around here, but it is looking rough. FNOP seem like they were born for this night right now.
Bro.
Not just in the draft, man, but from
Leave Bruno. Granger is the problem. Where the fuck Granger? Bro, ban the Bruno, man. It's just one-sided at the point in the late game. Like there is no late game. After like fucking 2 items, he's dank. No idea banned.
You have to be critical here because this is the grand finals for the World Championship, and TLID are making some mechanical.
I mean, pick Nathan then. At least fucking Granger, dude.
And then flickering forward. Weedy not hitting the skill shot.
Why not Nathan pick?
TLID, they have to get in the zone because right now it does seem like
They are throwing. Guys, like and sub. Whatever, man.
I'll tell you what's going on. I can't speak for what Liquid is doing so far because these are, you know, some blunders that they've committed before. But for Fnatic Onyx Philippines, this is a lineup that they tried before against Liquid ID. It was, game number 2 in the upper bracket finals, wherein Fnatic Onyx played a very similar lineup. You just switch up a few pieces, but it's still King Kong on the Fredrin and Kirk on a sustainable XP laner, much like the CC. They lost that game in the hands of Liquid ID.
Dude, guys, I just saw a story. Alright, wait, let me tell you guys, alright? I saw an Insta story, there was this Bihari teacher, right? Like, they were not Bihari teacher, a teacher from Bihar, right? He was, I don't know if the teacher was from Bihar, but he was appointed in the Bihar, right? A teacher in Bihar got kidnapped and forced to marry a girl. Bro, दहेज की माँ की shoot. शादी करो. Bro, Biharis are awesome, bro.
Because I gotta say, Fabian this time he got the joy.
सरकारी नौकरी चाहिए.
Answer was there.
उठा लो.
Got the Fredrin. And let me tell you,
Granger doesn't even have like a short arc kit. Your skill need to hit to do damage.
Hey, that's the beast taking care of him. And
Meta
we
abusers,
talk about
man.
this pre-match that compared to Fabian, as much as I love the Usurper, King Kong, as much as he is a micro-mechanically gifted player, he doesn't mind hunkering down and saying, all right, I'm going to play a role here. Counter the Joy, I will.
And this is another game for the Fredrin to prevail over the Joy again.
100%
So still 100% win rate on that. And you know what, I'm starting to realize a pattern, right? It's to get the roamer uncomfortable, get Witty uncomfortable, right? And you've seen him go from a setup roamer to now a damage roamer, but it's still the same recipe for the side of Fnatic on it, right? They know if they go aggressive super early, if Brusco can find the setup, even picking off Witty is the answer for them. There was a point in the game where we saw the Haas Claws into the Malefic Gun, and the only defense on the board was Thunderbelt from both of Iran and Witty, which is not enough. And then the Berserker's Fury even came in before they built another defensive item.
Wheezy, at this point, what, the first 8-9 minutes of the game, Thunderbolt isn't even a real defense item.
I agree.
You need to get the stacks on it, and if you're getting stacks against a team that is what, 5k, 6k ahead of you, under 10 minutes already penetrated your base, that's a losing fight.
So this is how you touch the untouchable Aaron Shiki. You make the front line crumble. Because game number 1, game number 2, Panelists, this is what you guys have been talking about. Weedy, Aran, these are amazing players.
बिहार में बहुत ठंडी है भाई मैंने तुम्हें क्या बोला और तुम मेरे को क्या बोलते हो
And now we gotta look at the MVP of the game. It's 2 times now, twice with the Bruno, the gold standard.
अरे मैंने अभी एक न्यूज़ देखी Bruno comes online before Xavier does anything
I mean, if he keeps getting that Bruno.
I mean, yes, the Bruno's a problem, and it's true. At this point, do you completely
कुछ बोलो भाई क्या बोलूं भाई
draft ideas and just maybe hunker down in the gold lanes? But honestly, just like King Kong, Kelwer's gonna play with scraps, man.
I still
you
feel
could
like
put whatever
bro
in his hand.
first item he went Malefic Gun
I get
okay
it, Bruno's a problem, but plenty of teams have beaten.
look at his item first item he's going Malefic Gun second Hans Claw alright third he went fucking Windtalker not even Critic he went Windtalker he was so confident hey bro this is stupid man meta abusers man
Have to use it well, and King Kong used it well.
Yeah, he used it amazingly. There was a fight in here where Joy, we might see it here in a minute. Joy gets invaded in the orange buff. And
I mean King Kong should have been dead here instead of that
gets taunted by Fredrin. Fabian is essentially useless in every
bro
fight
they can't even escape the range bro it's too much look at it everyone just used everything on that guy and he still survives bro I told you if he gets flicker it's over they need something to you know bait out his fucking purifier bro Bruno on flicker is just broken I mean he has no fear if he had even you know a purifier Joy could have killed him but
we're seeing even in the end there that last
Joy was useless. Nah, Joy did good in this game
even
also.
If you catch Kelra there, even if you land on him with the Raging Sandstorm, nobody is there with you. You're not going to be able to kill him. He still will have a flicker after that catch. And either way, you're about 6,000-7,000 behind.
Their XP and roam pick is not good, honestly saying. Against CC, Phobius, and against Ghetto, there is a Khalid. I mean,
Witty's going for some plays right now.
just ban the Loi, I say.
In a grand finals matchup.
And that's without even acknowledging the mid-duo Fnatic on it.
I don't know, man. Just ban the Bruno. See, these 4 bans, Hilda, Loi, Yves, and Bruno. The game will be interesting, at least. It's just one-sided at this point. M6, you know, what is this team? They are like scared, man. The games are ending too early. People are talking shit also, right? Right.
Like no matter what's going on, what they do
Ferreira will surely buy Keller next season. ID. Cast Fabian is useless for real. Easy server Indo. Onyx Indo will get Keller soon.
allowing King Kong, number 1, to do what he wants. If he wants to enter the opponent's jungle, go for
No.
it. But they also prevent. If Fabian wants to go inside Onyx territory, Brusco as well as Super Prince stops that. These two players, we don't talk about them that much, but they,
Please do like,
in my
guys.
opinion, is what making King Kong look
Bro, what is this, bro? 84%. What is that, bro? You, man. Nobody has faith in TLID, I guess.
But now, I want the opinion of Coach Yeb, where he's at courtside with our host. So let's see what Coach Yeb has to say for this matchup.
Thank you, the panel. Here's Michelle with Rema for our courtside report. Now I'm having the Vice President.
Bro, who is this, man? He's a gangster, boy. Yo, please do like and subscribe. Kelra Kyrie, same team.
Okay, so how are you doing here?
I don't know. Maybe.
So would you like to
I mean, if they're gonna buy.
work as a Vice President? Because I believe it's much different, like the work as a coach, right?
Well, basically, just for this M series, I'm here to
He looks gangster, no? He's like a fucking. Yo, you want fucking meth? Take it.
Yeah, like we're very curious, like what
He looks like a fucking gangster. Gangster.
Why not mention that you've offered a helping hand to
Jesus.
F-Cup during the knockouts? So what kind of support, the ones that you're willing
I don't get it. Why people in Indo or Philippines or Malaysia, they're like. Why they're like that, dude? I mean, in India, people are like, they're like, camera, eyes or sahi.
Like with the title of VP, the little bit of coach is still in there.
People are.
So like help motivate the team.
That's why I still call you as the coach. Okay. So now on the stage, it's the third
Pimp.
time presented Onyx versus Team Liquid. Absolutely the most like the rematch of any M series here, right? So as a coach, your boys just got 2 games ahead.
I like her.
Are you happy?
She is kinda
yes, of course, I'm happy with the results
cute.
for now, but
With the panda on her shoulder.
the series
With the
is not yet done.
with the
so
cat here.
we don't have to be complacent and just enjoy the game.
The jawline. Look at the jawlines too. She's kinda cute. Nice.
Not too excited. You're up 2-0, but you don't want the boys to get complacent. So
She's kinda cute.
Since I mean everyone knows your achievements as a coach, maybe you could give for one itch. Give it their moment. So we know
Go,
that,
go, go, awning, 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 go, 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 awning, awning, awning.
victory for each team.
Fuck you.
Just be themselves and enjoy the game, yeah?
Yeah.
Be themselves and enjoy the game. I feel like Coach Yeb is holding back a bit, but we understand why. But that makes a lot of sense too, yeah.
Yeah, coach is very confident about his boys. So, by the last, any message, any like shout out to your boys on the stage and to our Sonics here.
लड़की को
Thank you
दिखाओ
so much,
बाकी ignore.
Sonics and
I didn't even
Filipinos.
noticed the panda
All
until you said
Filipinos
it.
that support the Philippines,
It's kind of
we
cute
love
though.
you all.
More of them are introvert. Why though? Like.
Okay, now it's a good time to start the game 3. So I threw it back to the panel.
Flat as wash. Okay, then.
I feel like Coach Yeb's advice is great for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Be yourself.
Flat.
have
Okay,
fun.
then.
Can
No,
tell
I have faith in TLID. Bro, they need to brand the Bruno or I'm gonna snap, dude. I'm done, man. I'm done with the Bruno fucking bro. They just meta. Oh, they're just picking meta heroes, dude.
Winning is
They're
fun.
spoiling the game for me.
They gotta step something up here, just point blank. I mean, it's TLID. They had a good draft in game 1. There were some misplays in game 2. I mean, even they're not completely losing in draft. That last one, I don't think the joy into the
Yo, I have a recap, all right, on YouTube. It's here. Your year of gaming. Let's play it back, all right. 39.3% of your watch time was gaming. Alright? 39.3%. I watched gaming. You watched a video about 49 different games this year. 49. Battle Mobile, okay. One was your favorite BGMI. I've watched BGMI a lot. They were your top 5 BGMI, Grand Theft Auto 5. Mobile Legends Bang Bang, Grand Theft Auto, and Terraria. I don't even know what is fucking Terraria, man. So much has happened this year. You watched BMPS final, Pro Feet on Chicken Dinner, Impossible Try Me.
I don't know about you. Since you're enjoying yourself,
You watch
I'm enjoying myself.
EDG win China's first international trophy for Valorant Championship. I was watching Valo. You watch gaming videos from 523 creators. Alright. XQC Wordbox was your top gaming creator. Crafton Esports. You were in the top 0.3% of Crafton Esports fan. You watch 11x as much as the average viewers. XQC is my favorite. The game that you watch can say a lot about you. Last one standing. You outlasted every challenge. Staying cool under pressures. Okay, then. Okay, this is like my YouTube, summary.
So that's what you like. What I like is honestly Ferry. When luxury meets gaming with Ferry's first M6 Switch. Watch this. Green Ferry.
Okay. Well, that's a cool feature, man. Check out your feature too, man, on YouTube.
There you go. 3 berries in one desk. Shout outs to Black
Yes, so when rest mentality and play BO5 when you have to win all 3 games. Man, we want, that Cloud9 versus BTK, reverse sweep. We want that from TLID at this point. Hilda Suyucho. I think they should ban Hilda. First 3, Hilda, Joy, and Bruno. Let Cho be open. It's fine. Alright, bro, the dumb fuck, man. I'm gonna lie down a little bit.
Had a secret lab chair, his daughter will stop making fun of it.
Exactly. She would. But, we all know whose fault that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Secret Labs would be great. But here or at home.
Either ways. Now we gotta get back on topic here, folks. 2-0. 2-0 for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. One more win, and they're at match point. While all of this is going on, TLID had time. They had time to readjust. They had time to re-strategize. So far, gentlemen, in my personal opinion, whenever TLID adjusts, it's honestly in their mid lane when it comes to the hero picks. I don't know if that's enough. Because so far, Fabian rotating the same heroes. Aaron Shiki rotating same heroes. Weedy rotating same heroes. We got to see what else can we rotate around. But now we are talking to Beloyski, the M-chat here. Beloyski, you've met Kelra in MPL Philippines a couple of times. Is there anything you'd like to tell him? Kelra is a good friend of mine. He's always been a humble person. I see him as a kid who's always eager to win. That's why he's now the best goal laner in the world. He truly earns the title. Good luck, Kelra.
And it's that same hunger that has kept Kelra relevant and on top of world rankings all throughout, even if he's never won an MPL, even when he took a while to get to the world stage.
And now we're looking at the average KDA. Look at the difference here. First of all, the top 3 is all Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Number 4 is Innocent, and number 5 is Aaron Shiki, with 13.3. Double digits for that average KDA.
Because of the results of the past couple of games and their meeting in the upper bracket finals, Yehezkiel was prior on top of the scale. And now the Ghost of Jakarta cannot step back up, and this is what we have. Still, just barely there, top 5, the untouchable one, Aaron Shiki, but yeah, compared to the 3 from Fnatic, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah, and those numbers could honestly continue to go up as we go through this series. If TLID doesn't hit the switch at some point, it's looking like, things might wrap up soon.
Hey, I just hit the switch, flip. That's what needs to happen right now from the side of TLID to be able to get back online and take this game under control, because they're running out of opportunities. Now facing with their backs against the wall, 2-0, and everybody knows when it comes to esports, this is one of the hardest things to come back from. So jumping into the next game, a couple of things are going to have to change. First, Witty,
He tried to go in for the setup, he tried to go for the chow, it didn't work out. Then he goes in for the Khalid for the damage to try and find the back line, and he lets the Hezkill pick up with the crowd control, and both methods still resulted in the same answer.
On stage, we just saw Coach Facehugger, now analyst / assistant coach for Team Liquid ID, and the situation they're in right now, a 0-2 slump. I bet this throws him back to his old days in Aura, where they would struggle in MPLID for the longest time, and now as a coach, he's like, yeah, I've been there, gentlemen. I know what it's like. I wonder if that kind of wisdom is coming into game number 3 right now, because they need everything they can have, you know, any kind of help.
Now we're jumping into the drafting phase of game number 3, where TLID, now or never, they gotta pick up some kind of momentum. And if we go back to the advice of Coach Jeb, something about having fun is being comfortable, is being alive. And now we hear TLID not giving Kelra that Bruno anymore. And now looking at the junglers here, only one has been banned, and that's Fanny.
So at this point, maybe we see FNOP just, all right, fine, you ban. They're very known to do this. If you're going to ban the Bruno, we'll ban the Granger here. Leave the jungles open to trade up on. But again, FNOP's now they're in this place of maybe comfortability. But my guess is you just ban the Granger here.
I mean, it's a pretty good ban. And again, if you pick up the Suyo, you got the Joy. If they pick up the Joy, they got the Fredrin. The Eve gets banned out, which, might I remind you, this is the pick TLID used to stop Snoggeray Giant. So this is a very good respect ban here. And now TLID, time to drop the beat of Flash, becoming up Joy.
That's a stinger, right? I mean, I feel like FNOP is putting them in a chokehold right now, right? They want them to take the door. They're not even worried about it. I mean, credits to Coach T over there, Coach Trex. The Fredrin is still on the board, and we know it's 100% win rate.
But that alone is not the problem here. You can still put the Suyo on King Kong. And
Granger as well.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And win the rest of the lineup.
If I'm banning Bruno, I'm thinking we definitely see the Granger pick up here, right? It's like, why even? Because now you give over Granger, and then what do you have in response to Kelra at this point? Who's been, but against Kelra on the Granger.
Oh, Harry!
Now FNOP's, all right, so FNOP decides to switch it up. Fine, we're gonna have some fun this game.
They're taking risk here.
Well, there's no need to rush the Suyo. They do open up the Granger still. Definitely a risk because you're outranged. But something tells me Fnatic Onyx, like, they won the first 2 games with a very similar lineup. They're going, all right, maybe this time we dive.
I mean, I don't know. Personally for me, when you hear footsteps, you think of horses, not zebras, where sometimes the simplest thing is the right solution. But it looks like Fnatic Onyx Philippines, they're throwing a curve here, which is very interesting.
We've seen Fnatic Onyx pull this kind of trick against their series with Falcon Esports. They could have won clean, and then decided to go, yeah, let's play the Yu Zhong.
Yeah, that's why you know, I'm like, I don't know about this.
I think at this point it's, I don't know. It feels a little weird seeing the Harris up front. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's weird at all, but yeah, I think Fredrin here would be solid. It's definitely what I think I would see them pick. But again, they're in that point I was talking about, where sometimes if FNOP starts drafting a little strange, this is a chance for TLID to capitalize.
So let me just say this. The reason why I feel like it's strange, because it feels like a trap, right? Do we not get this kind of vibe? It's like they're letting go of their Granger. It feels like they have a strat specifically for this Granger. So that's why I feel like this is sus. They're letting go of this. What are they planning? What's the strategy here? What kind of trap is TLID going to fall into?
Yeah, and then they go for the Suyo instead of the Fredrin as well. So I'm right there with you. I think they are having a strategy that we have yet to see so far in the Oxiata arena. But when it comes to TLID, Adhan, he's got a comfort pick.
Oh, Loi's gone too nice. So finally, Hilda pick is good.
Hilda agenda all throughout MPLID, and now the world is reeling in the wake of this XP lane dominator.
Our Faith bro is better than... Okay, man. Okay, dude. कुछ भी बोलते हो भाई तुम लोगों का वही नहीं है भाई ईमान धर्म ही नहीं है भाई TLID game is...
Good against what FNOP has brought so far.
Right now,
Alright, it's gonna be 2-0, 2-2 soon. They're gonna stress the game now.
If there's a Suyo, would you ban a Fredrin?
No.
No.
But is there a chance Fredrin EXP comes out?
CC.
Maybe, but that's still, I mean, that only really kicks in.
Oh, Suyu versus Joy. I think Joy wins, right?
When FNOP's been fighting, that's when they've
Suyu is not fast enough. It's like an equal matchup.
Other heroes left for Kirk to just suddenly go, yeah, I'll Fredrin XP.
Okay, dude.
Doubtful.
Okay, dude.
I mean, I don't know. Just again, I feel like something's cooking here, and I'm not sure what it is.
Face bro, please shout out once, please. Shout out to you.
Still have yet to see
Pito.
melee matchups. The far
Pito.
still up for grabs. Looks very
Beatrix or Moscow.
I would say even for both sides, maybe you have to worry about the shot.
No, nothing. Harith is going gold, and here Granger is going gold.
This literally was the deciding fact in game number 1. We saw multiple times where he would go in at 1 HP, and the tenacity, the only thing to keep him alive, and they're able to find the picks off. They're able to take out multiple members of TLID.
So what are we looking at here? Final ban coming in from TLID is going to be the Khalid. Target down onto Brusco. Target down onto that Roam. Maybe a Kirk pick. Edith still open for the side of FNOP.
Which means the Valentina Edith dynamic is still there.
बता दे यार क्या बता दूं भाई तुम पूछ क्या रहे हो Who is got in MLBB क्या who वो is got in MLBB क्या पूछ रहे हो तुम at least वो बताओ मेरे को अभी फाइनल्स चल रहा है अभी जीतेगा तब पता चलेगा कि कौन जीता है अभी मैचेस चल रहे हैं ना भाई Big fan of Faith Bhar since day one from Nagaland and thanks brother thanks lots of love man हाँ इतना प्यार उफ खड़ा ना हो जाए मेरा ये बड़ा अच्छा चल रहा है आजकल लग तो यही रहा है कोई नहीं
who can get into the back line here and that's Fabian's joy. Do they have room in the draft to kind of pivot there?
Sicilian. Aurora or they can go Farsa here. Yeah, they can go Farsa here. Good range. Who is GOAT in MLBB? Faith. Zero Faith is the GOAT, man. You know Zero Faith? He's the real GOAT.
Novaria's cooking.
That's a double poke. Oh! It's still good poke.
Yep, Farsa is good pick here.
Again, great range artillery mage.
Carmela, alright.
Which I think is a...
I mean, they picked it because King Kong got it. Got the Sicilian. Yeah.
I wonder how useful it'll be here in this game.
It's the we don't know what to pick, but we're gonna go for this. It's the whatever.
I don't want to say it like that.
I mean, I would not exactly not know what to pick, but it is the okay. A lot of things.
It's not the bad pick. It's not the great pick too. Her game, Granger want to prove himself, but will lose the whole series. I think Granger will shine here. It's gonna be a late game because Cecilia needs to stack up, and even Granger need to stack up. In both the games, Bruno was like, dude, he hit his fast spike like after 2 items. CC again. This is a TLID game. If I see.
Will be the CC to match the mobility of Aran on his signature Hilda.
Right now, TLID looking at the draft. This is one of their best drafts so far when it comes to comfort. But is it enough? We're throwing it over to the casters.
Let me turn on the heater, man.
2 devastating games already for Team Liquid ID, and now 2 games MVP performances for Kelra. This time doesn't get the Bruno. Can we see an adjustment here? Is this enough to bring a match win for Team Liquid ID?
It's going to be a hard journey this time. I mean, their draft, yes, as LaFell has mentioned, could maybe turn it around with that Curse of Blood, but it feels more like a deny rather than an accelerant.
I like the adjustment, right? I really like the adjustment for TLID. I feel like this is a very comfort draft for them, and it's now or never. It's 2-0 already.
It's 2-0 already, and if FNOP gets this one, they're going to be facing championship point ahead of them in this best-of-7 grand final.
Okay.
Team Liquid
Game number 3.
The draft is unique. We've seen the picks before, and this Carmilla in the hands of Winnie will have to go ahead and pull something out that we haven't seen just yet. The Curse of Blood can work great in this. Not only that, but also we have to point out the fact that this is a...
Magiba bro, you always tell it when but they lose.
One from Witty and one from Aran to go that way, and also taking a look.
But not his fault, no.
Breaking it down, Gideon.
Looking at the emblems, you're seeing a lot of poke, right? 3 impure rages.
Whoa, Aran survives. Survives.
Fabian recovering that position for the team. Aran gets away.
I don't think he's going to be able to recover from that just yet, especially when the CC is on the opposite end. And now, even in the mid lane, they're still contesting for it. Brusco making sure that he can sustain against Witty and Yehezkel at the same time. And this is what I'm talking about.
Yo, Vidi dead.
Surge Sanguine Claw, Soul Sever.
Damn.
King Kong picks up first blood.
They extended a lot.
Happen, man. You know, give King Kong the Suyo. He'll make it happen. First blood in his hands. And that's the thing, the team is going to go ahead and play around those points. If they know that some of the resources are down from that early skirmish earlier on, they'll still capitalize it. And every single time the Suyo is picked up, I don't know, I actually don't know the perfect statistic on how many first bloods that hero actually has, just because how much damage he has in the early game with the Soul Sever.
He does, but Kirk right now is winning this 1v1 pretty hard so far. And
he doesn't have to recall, no?
For the recall, but generally, how I'm seeing this is that TLID need to make sure that they have a tight game, right?
Will he go for turtle?
We've seen Fnatic Onyx PH really blow that
he's going for turtle.
Into a full-on snowball.
Yeah.
The Farts are going to clear top and then they're like...
Kelra's not going to have the Bruno. He's got
everyone will be level 4.
Hold on.
Vidi, Fabian. Oh, Fabian got it!
The retribution now, going to be caught on the curtain call and also the Sanguine Claws. Witty pops in revitalize. Kirk coming in as well.
Oh, Kirk dead.
Oh, the vengeance.
Nice!
Takes
1 for 1! And Tortol, man. Finally, man.
Kill for himself, right?
Okay, TLID is winning right now.
These skills to find that initial gold is going to be great, but this Sanguine
Ran is about to hit level 5.
I
think Aaron Shiki is also ahead. Yeah.
You want to go ahead and build up those stacks on the back
end. He got it!
And then eventually you're just popping off damage from range.
Good snipe.
Back to it, you know, for Kelra. This Harith works a little bit different. Wow, already
Ezekiel
forced to go ahead and just wings on out of there. But he's going to be fine. Already early damage potential showing.
I really hope he doesn't disrespect
No.
Okay. Strong game and Ron does have a bit of a level lead so far, but at the same time, right, we're noticing that it's just about pushing these waves, making sure you have priority, making that very first move. It's just the
Kelra.
A little weak.
Good trades.
Good trade. Bruh. Vidi dead.
It's Witty who gets traded on the map. Super Fritz with the
fuck?
And King Kong with the kill.
Okay, at least it's pretty good. They're trading up, right? We give Witty, we take Kirk. It works out.
It's a good trade. It's a good trade, actually. Roam for XP lane is a good trade.
That he's had so far in the series. It is going to be on this Joy. Could hyper scale up pretty well.
And Shiki flickered.
So Kelra goes and gets that
Super
resource out
Fritz
with the Zaman
waiting.
But Fabian also going back to it, picks up the Starlium Scythe now. And with the early kill that he has, he actually is
Hunter Strike,
quite a bit of
first
damage.
item.
Still running that Temporal Rain on the Joy here.
They have to really take their time with this, right? A lot of the motions on the map are pretty readable, but...
Bro, Vidi is still ahead, like, a little bit than Brusco.
At least Aaron Shiki is going
he died
for the
twice.
double waves, and I feel that in the past couple of games, as much as Aaron Shiki was able to pick up those double waves, Fnatic Onyx
he's like ahead one creep.
And his positioning, which is something we need to keep in mind, right? If we see Feathered Airstrike, we're expecting GOA to come out pretty fast.
Now the turtle's up. They're going to wipe for the space already.
Ezekiel dead. Oh, good flicker.
Flicker out to safety. Meanwhile,
Aran.
Vidi. Witty forced to use the revitalize.
They should give up. They should give up.
Feather Airstrike is going to come out very. Fabian is going to try.
Whoa, good damage.
Already gone in. Curse blood.
And that's going to be Brusco taking very low. Still able to survive.
Brusco survives.
Oh
no.
Kill back Fabian claiming the turtle. AOG.
Oh, Fabian.
Kill for Fabian.
Fabian. Triple. Maniac. Oh, Maniac.
Didn't find it back.
Maniac.
Get the trade that they were looking for, and finally Team Liquid
Maniac.
Walk away from another electrifying beats.
TLID making a comeback here, man.
Now, but one of the better starts we've seen from TLID.
Yeah, not only that, but all that going against
1.7k goal ahead, man. This is the highest TLID got till this.
Not only that, but also got the turtle.
Oh, King Kong dead.
King Kong might get spotted out.
Oh!
Want to watch Merv?
Oh, King Kong survives the outplay from King Kong.
King Kong
Kirk
survives.
the
The fuck? Nobody cares. Oh, it's the replay. Fabian!
The turret.
He's
1
alive.
HP.
That's shutdown right there.
How did
Oh,
it
Fabian
happen?
died.
How?
My
Fabian,
God.
I mean, he's 5
Yeah, now
and
show
1
us the-
now. Broken record at this point of time, but here comes the rest of the team. It's now they're going for a bit of a lane swap. Kelra
Yo,
with a
Kelra.
run underneath the turret with the Zaman voice.
Kelra?
Not even worried about it.
Kelra?
Care about it.
Oh,
Look at him. Jumping back and forth. Aran going to the bush again. Sangling
He's dead.
the airstrike into the back. Aran will be slain by the bat impact.
The timing on the Unbreakable to get the taunt outside of the circular from the feathered airstrike
My God.
was perfect timing.
Outside of the circular. I love that. I'm going to steal
like
that.
that.
I like that a lot.
Man, they're cheating, bro. Fabian died when Kelra was like 1 HP already.
Shut down the gold now looking real good, but there's permanent damage
they're
on
cheating.
the map. Top side missing up and one inhibitor. Sorry, not one inhibitor, a tier 1, but even the bottom side has been traded too. At the same time, King Kong's still a level down on Fabian.
He's a level down, and they're finding
gold lead is
these small
gone, bro.
wins across the map. And Team Liquid ID's
1.7k is the farthest,
to go
I
ahead and
guess.
capitalize on some of the leads they have. Like you just
VD,
mentioned,
VD, VD,
the
VD,
lead
VD,
in
VD,
levels,
okay.
Even for Aaron
Damn.
Shiki, he is level 10 right now. He's only got the Hunter Strike, still building in. Meanwhile, Kelra, Starlium Sight still
Bro,
working on the second item.
Sicilian
Now
is
the last turtle for the game.
hurting,
Started
bro.
up by TLID.
The damage is
Let's
still
see if they can
there.
Get the 3 for 3 here.
Yeah, Aran is
Onto Aran.
survives.
Very low for the airstrike. It's on him away.
Oh,
Fabian wins
good
up the retreat.
turtle again.
Taken out by Fabian.
Bro,
As the curtain call comes
Fabian
down,
took
FNOP
all the fucking
will just
turtles, man. It's
disengage.
insane. He's just clapping King Kong here and there, man.
And let's just breathe for a moment. With King
Insane,
Kong
bro.
already down,
Insane
Fabian's
game number
guaranteed
3.
his level lead against his
No
opponents.
turtle for
Aaron
King Kong.
Shiki is the main win condition. He needs to poke out his opponents, and once Fnatic gonna get
Brusco,
desperate, that's when
Brusco.
Winnie needs to find that counter engage.
Brusco taking a lot of shots here.
Whoa.
In that bush, Aaron Shiki now with the Rhapsody as well.
Whoa.
Kelra
Aaron
with the chase,
Shiki.
And now gets caught by Aran Power Wilderness. And for the airstrike, Kelra! Still
Farsa,
able to
bro.
dodge away
Farsa,
for
bro.
so long.
Oh, Fabian game.
But it's still revitalized, comes out through Electrifying Beach, does not take
Nice.
him out. Finally, Fabian is able to put him down as Aran is
Okay.
next to fall with the help
Okay,
of
3 for 2.
King Kong.
Alright,
What are you gonna
not
do?
bad.
Yes, he
Fabian.
will underneath the turret. They dive. A double for Kirk.
The timing from the Super Fam comes through again in a fight that you thought was all for TLID.
Bro, Aaron Shiki didn't die yet, so, you know.
Again, the pendulum swinging in game 3. They focus on the base the
Yo, Aaron Shiki.
Under the turret going in for the
Maybe
airstrike.
they. Oh, nice kill.
Shut down by Aaron Shiki.
That's 280 gold into the pockets of TLID. At least they
Nice.
find something back. 9-9. They're keeping it
Bro,
a very tight
gold
series,
lead
but with 3 turtles
is-
on their side and 1 turret.
Nice
They're
one.
looking for some permanent damage from specifically Fnatic on
Now
it.
it's getting
Now you
interested.
realize that it's all about waiting for that Cursed Blood to
I
come
like
out,
it.
and then maybe looking to, you know, overstep a
was
little bit to
taunting.
get TLID to come out of their comfort
Enjoy.
zone.
Yeah, he could have
Here
ran
for
off, right?
Fnatic on a PH is obviously dealing with where
He was
Fabian
full
is
HP
most
there.
of the time because of how far ahead he is in terms of damage potential on the Joy. They got to keep an eye on the back line, and Kirk's been doing a fantastic job.
Good
but
damage
he
from
is
Farsa too.
tanky enough to go ahead and jump in around whether he has the
Arpit must be happy seeing Farsa
that's
finally. Yeah.
kind of a mirrored approach where your back line is
Farsa
most
simp.
exposed on both lineups if you're not careful here. So they check things out in the mid lane. The Lord is up, and Kirk's going to be the one to go ahead and get in position.
700 gold ahead, TLID.
Even across the
Lord
board, tier 1 gets pushed in
Pit
by the minion with that
is
bot as they get in position
controlled by
The fact that they're forcing respect
TLID
right?
at this
You know, on the
point,
bottom
I
side,
guess.
from
Or they
FNOP, they're
both
not-
went
they're
back.
not spreading out anymore. They got to stay together.
Okay, so Melfic Roar already picked up by Aaron Shiki too, so that should be the power spike. 3-item power spike. You can see
Oh,
the damage.
Kelra,
The feather air
half
strike
HP.
as well gets another Kelra.
Less than half
Strike
HP.
Just like that. Up
Whoa,
top,
cut dead.
1v1. Flavor Fave, the usurper in a 1v1 against.
Nice!
I want to go solo kill you, but it's not King Kong, it's Kirk.
Bro,
Yep, it's Kirk for now.
even with the fucking
Right, 4
vengeance,
three
dude.
ultimates, the ult economy
Yo,
is
yo, yo,
looking
Aran, do something about King Kong, man.
If they're looking for that big
Or
swing,
Kelra,
Fnatic on it
or maybe
can figure
Kelra.
this out.
They'll just delay it a little bit longer. Team Liquid ID
They're
still have
starting
to
it now.
revitalize this too.
Go for Kelra,
Used
bro.
by Witty.
Go for it.
Now the one for Aran.
Go for it.
The Ghost
Go for it.
on the Lord. They're going to zone out FNOP.
Aran jumping in.
Oh! Oh, nice kill!
Kelra disappears. Aaron Shaky gets him
King
down
Kong,
with the death tsunami.
less than half
Where
HP.
did he go? Where did he go? Just a couple
Bro,
of
the
shots and he
damage.
disappears into thin
Bro,
air.
the
Unfortunately,
damage.
to build up enough shields
Aaron
to
is my
damage
man,
from Aaron Shiki. It's just too much for now.
It's too much for now, and this is the game that Aaron Shiki and the rest of Team Liquid ID needed. They get themselves another major objective, and now trying to work down some of the turrets they still have left to approach the base of F9.
Okay, they took top. They could have taken the mid too, but it's alright.
Tier 2 as the Lord
Aran.